Today's sponsor of the Vision Quest podcast is 920 Hat Company. Leather patch hats are in, and 920 Hat Company is here to hook you up with your very own custom hat. All patches are lasered on top-grade genuine leather and on popular brand hats like Richardson and FlexFit. Whether you're looking to show off your business or want a one-of-a-kind hat for yourself, 920 Hat Company can do it all. All the hats are handcrafted right in the Fox Valley, but worn across America. With over 500 hats in stock, they guarantee fast turnaround times. Honestly, Liam, looking at these hats, solid, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. I like them.
I like that patch itself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one-of-a-kind stuff. I know his name's Trevor. He does great work. He's actually gotten I think we got a knit hat coming.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we got that coming. So we're really excited to have these guys on board as a sponsor. So get down to check them out on Facebook. I believe they're on Instagram. Check them out, man. They got the best hats, I think, in the Fox Valley, if not in the state.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So get down to 920 Hat Company on social media and check them out. All right. We are here yet again on another episode of, I don't know, should I call it Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast, or should I call it the Wisconsin Grappler episode, or should I just call it the Conglomerate? Wait, that's not me.
Call whatever you want.
You mentioned every podcast but your own there.
Oh, the Vision Quest podcast. That's right. That's who we are. Oh, man, I forgot. I got so many guys here. It's awesome to have you guys back. I love sitting around. We got Teague.
We'll think of like a name for us three when we all get on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah. So we got Teague Fenwick from the Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast, and we got Zach Pearson of the Wisconsin Grappler sitting here with us. Because, man, we got shit going on in the state, don't we?
Yeah,
we got some stuff going on. We got a lot of moving.
It is the busiest week in Wisconsin wrestling when you go from regional Saturday to sectional Saturday.
And that's the biggest thing. So, Teague, we get to hear the strife that you go through on air, with the shows that you do. But Zach, how's your time going right now with with the rankings?
Pretty stretched out with the coaching duties and the rankings
and everybody moving around and all that other
can't
stuff.
You just stay where the hell you were?
Yeah, just weigh in and stay that guy. Don't grow. What's this hormone stuff? Stop it. No.
So unsafe to lose that much weight.
Yeah, I know. Stop cutting, guys. Stop it. I talk about it all the time. But it's been fun. I mean, so far we've had some good sectionals. I think we're going to kind of run down a little bit on some of the team sectionals as far as who, what, where, when, why, and results. Yeah. So we're gonna go alphabetical order.
Brad, real quick here.
What do we got?
We're gonna start off with some non-sectional talk, and this is like Vision Quest Teague and Wisconsin Wrestler Teague are two completely different people.
Yep.
When I get on this show as a guest, I know I'm going to go off the rails a little bit, but we're going to start off talking about 100 wins actually in a career.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's see here. I think if I were to get 100 wins, I'd be pretty fucking pumped about that if I were a kid. That's a pretty big deal. So most of them are happening junior year, right?
I mean,
most
are happening. There's some that are sophomore,
right? Yeah. And that's the evolution. I think we can call the sport. But to be a kid that's a part of that, someone I think said online, and this is why you brought it up, and I know why you brought it up. Someone said online on Facebook, "It's enough with this. Some about the 100 win stuff. Who cares? Blah blah." Those fucking kids care.
Yeah.
They can. So those guys, they watch the rankings. They have fun with it. We tell them not to worry about it. I brought this up oodles of times before.
Yeah,
it's fun for us old fat dudes sitting around talking about wrestling and stuff like that. But those guys, that's like an award that isn't handed out number one at the kind of banquets. They earned it. That's something they earned. And if you're gonna sit there and bag on a kid and someone for posting that they got 100 wins. Shut your pie hole.
He's probably stuck on like 99 and he's bitter.
Just can't get there at 45. Right. He can't get that one win. So making that comment on Facebook or something was that win for him. Like, get over yourself, fucking
Well,
weirdo.
here's the thing, and I've been stewing on this for a little bit. If you couldn't tell. But So the one thing we can all agree on, just to get the counter argument out of the way, does 100 wins mean something different now with the amount of matches compared to 30 years ago? Yes, of course it does. There's more matches, but
sure.
I was thinking about it quite a bit. First of all, I think when you think of 100, it's just like a round number. Like it's a number that everyone views as a good milestone. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
When I was in kindergarten, we literally performed a song about the 100th day of school.
Yeah.
It was like, it was such a big deal. I thought it was the last day of school. And they're like, well, actually, you guys have like 80 more days left. Like, it's just a nice round number.
That's
like,
it.
Steve and I talked about, hey, do we want to change our like posting milestone to 125 or 150 or do whatever? But that's just not how folks operate. That would require like an entire culture shift. And,
right, exactly.
And I'll be real too, like off air, like Steve and I have discussed like, hey, this is a lot of posts. Like, we kind of like complain about it or changing the benchmark, but
sure.
Hey, I can't even really complain. I had like 50 wins, so I don't even know what it takes to get to 100.
Same here. That's the same thing. So that's the thing is like, there are certain kids, you can talk about how many matches are in a season, but let's talk about how every single varsity wrestler doesn't wrestle every single match. Coaches swap guys out. Sometimes it takes a guy a while to get to 100. You can change the benchmark, sure, change it to 150. That's fine. But if it's at 100 and you're posting it up and it's something, that's one of those, there are times I can agree with someone if they want to like bark about something. Okay, I get it. But that's a kid getting 100 wins. Now you're taking an accomplishment away from that guy. Hey, go fuck yourself. Like, who do you think you are? So I think the benchmark thing doesn't matter to me. I think it's, if you guys want it, it's your, number one, it's your show. Number two, those kids are proud of that shit. And number three, you're showing pride in the state of Wisconsin as far as wrestling these kids just making accomplishments in general. Yeah. Who cares? Zip it.
Right.
Go away.
Well, you make a perfect point in that, like, even if Steve and I have those conversations, like, whatever it means to us, like, we all do our own shows, like, for the people, right? Like, if someone sends us 100 win posts and I'm like, that's great, but Steve and I, like, really just don't view that. Like, we do a lot of posts. We don't really want to do that anymore. Like, but what are we even doing here? You know, like the kids care about it. The parents, the community cares about it. If it means something to them, like, why wouldn't we post something about that?
Look how many people like it or were like, congratulations. And you're the only dude on there bringing it down. Like, come on, man. Don't be that dude. There's someone else that was making some comments about just being a complete Debbie Downer, you know, about a good situation or about something, posting something positive about it. But because there's benchmarks that people have in their own heads about something. If you have that, great. But there's certain things that should be left at the dinner table.
Oh yeah,
like politics.
Yeah,
exactly. It goes back to it. Kind of reminded me of our like participation trophy conversation that we had last time.
Yep, exactly.
Or it's like, yeah, you can have your thoughts on that and whatnot, but like you can't control what the tournament directors do with that stuff. Right. And like in terms of this, like. You can't control us posting it. Like, I'm not going to stop posting because of it. So, like, what are you going to do as a person to respond to something you can't control?
Right, yeah. Just going to constantly make comments or whatever, you know, on stuff like that. And so, like I said, I get it. There's certain things that people want to bark about. I mean, I get that. But that's not one of those things to bark about. It's just a positive thing. When it's positive all around. Like, there's nothing negative
except for that one guy.
Damning, but exactly. Debbie Downer. Yeah. What a pissant.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, and in terms of getting to that mark, like, even if you're an elite level wrestler, you have to be healthy for at least 2.5 years. Like, that's if you win every single one of your matches, essentially.
Yep.
So, like, there's a health factor involved. If you wrestle for 4 years and like this, it never works like this, but if you average 25 wins a year, I don't care if you're getting forfeits or whatnot, because you still have to put in the work and practice to be able to take the mat and receive that forfeit that night.
Right.
Exactly. If you're getting 25 wins a year, almost every single team in the state, I could think of maybe like one or two that wouldn't take a 25 win guy on their starting lineup.
Sure. Yep. I agree. And sometimes, barring, like you said, possibly injury or anything like that. I mean, a guy might have to sit out. But, if a guy's successful and is getting better, by no means would I want to sit that guy out. Right. You know, and so that guy's going to get him quick. Yeah. And that's just what happens. You know, it is. And you're talking about, you know, as far as going back to the award situation, you know, I there's something enticing the kids about getting an award, right? Mm-hmm. But I think I think those kids can get an award, but a parent should be able to explain to them, you got this, but you didn't really, as long as they're able to kind of break it down for them. Hey, you participate, you put your foot on the line. That's what they're awarding you for. You made it through the day, you wrestled, whatever. Awesome. If that's the message that they get out of it. But now if they want to get, then you need to make them understand, if you want that other medal, you need to work harder for it. You can't just show up now if you want more. So then you can develop it from there. But I mean, you can still send the same message if you get first, second, and third place medals.
And you can apply that to 100 wins. It's like, great, you have 100 wins on your career, but do you want to be known as the guy who got 100 wins, or do you want to be known as the guy or girl who made it to state and maybe place? Like,
right. Yeah.
It's a great thing to celebrate, but then you move on to the next thing.
Exactly.
Like, that's
precisely
as simple as that.
Precisely.
Yeah, I mean, if you make it 125, I ended my career at 124, so I'll take offense to that. So.
I'll post 125, and Zach's gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell's going on here?"
Does that include post collegiate?
No,
because you're all American, right?
No, that's not. That stopped at high school, but I was only varsity for 3 years, so I thought I did pretty well.
I think I was my first year, and then they saw how bad I was, and they're like, "We could probably get like a stray dog, and it does better."
Yeah.
So I didn't wrestle that much after that. I wasn't dedicated.
Right.
I was dedicated to soccer, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But now it's like it makes me sound like I'm living through my kid then, right? I think I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always just start making fun of me when they see me. Dude, you're living through your kid, man. Such a moron. All right, we need to talk wrestling, man. Not about feelings.
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I got it off.
No more feelings. I'm all feelings out. Okay, we got Section A Eau Claire North, right?
Yep.
So when I looked at it, and I breezed through it. I didn't search through it just to see what was going on, but we can go into results. Whoa. This thing's pretty fast. Dual meets. This is the part I like. Okay, so we got.
Yeah, that was a really good duel. I went to that, and
Preston.
That was.
Wow.
I mean, Ayer was winning 4-1 and kind of gassed out at the last 30, and then got reversed.
No offense, Kellen.
No,
he does seem to get a little tired though.
Yeah, especially with the new cut. Like he weighed in at 32. So, both of those guys did.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Wow.
Right, or at least I think they did. I don't know. Neither one wrestled 30. Neither one of them wrestled 30.
So that was a close match, 4-3.
Yeah.
And then we got 45 Weiss versus Pember, fall 32, 322. How did that go? Was that just good match, just kind of back forth?
They're both 38 pounders too, so it wasn't like anybody had the weight advantage. This whole match was a lot of strategy. So it was. That
was. I mean, it looked like it was close, but until it got pinned.
Yeah, and then the last couple matches, it was still up in the air, and then there's a lot of moving around.
So how did Cody Kwok look? I see he pinned him with 341 left, but how did he look?
He looked good. He's a 220.
Liam went to Estonia with him.
Yeah.
I think he had a broken ankle when they went, but
he looks like he's held together by a string because he's got like braces all over like his leg.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm surprised. Do you know who sent first at 220? Zach?
It was Helminski went first.
Because I was that's what I was guessing. Because I'm guessing the nominee probably wanted to match Kwok up with Ron White and then try to also get a win against Tristan Brennan.
Yeah,
so
that Tristan Brennan looked good in the against Kruger in the final duel. Like it was overtime. And
really?
He got a last second takedown. It was really he got 2 takedowns in the third to make that a match. I thought it was going to be a butt kick.
Yeah.
And
Can we talk about this guy's name for a second? Ron White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tater salad.
Yeah.
Tater salad. Taters.
Yeah.
My overarching conclusion from this team sectional is that Marshfield has a pretty good team.
They
put
do.
It lightly.
Yeah. So now I'm not. If I walk away from this whole duel right here, not bringing up Bailey Casey and Brayton Casey, I kick myself in the face. How did that match look? How did Bailey Casey's match look?
Bailey Casey dominated Rundy.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
Was it takedown, pin kind of thing?
A lot of turns.
A lot of turns.
Yeah.
How about throwing? How about Brayton? Any throwing?
He headlocked him right at first.
Sick.
And had him on his back for a good 45 seconds.
All right.
And, couldn't get the fall. Theo did a good job.
Yeah.
Or
Sorry.
Theo Lee
Sorry, Camden and Caleb. Sorry, they're Teague. I didn't mean to bag on your Holman guys, but
no,
man, Camden Field not giving up the pin against the state champ. I'll take that.
Take it.
For sure.
Take it. Yeah, we had a couple couple. I think we had one like that last night too, where it should have been Skiba.
Yeah.
Wyatt, I thought he would have pinned him, but he attacked him.
Yeah.
Either way. Any other notable matches that you saw other than that?
Not really. That duel was really fun to watch, though. It was a lot of strategy and
41-29.
Yeah, but that last match could have gone a pin the other way, and then it's tied.
So Holman runs away with that one, 41-29. Right? Yeah, 41-29. So what do you got, Teague? You got any notes on that one? No.
For the Holman Menominee duel?
Yeah. No. Okay.
I mean, I think that 220, if Menominee had to get another win somewhere to make it 7-7, I think winning both at 220 and heavyweight was probably the most likely spot. Although at 182, because I really didn't get a chance to look at the individual results, to be honest.
Yeah, that was back and
forth. You talked about how busy this week is in the grind. Like,
no,
we're going from talking about this to Steve and I are going to be working on our individual sectional preview. We're recording that tomorrow. Right. Like, it's just nonstop look. And that's the one thing, like, I would love to see all the postseason action take place on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want
I kind of get time to digest. Like, you really can't live in the moment, like, as a member of the media during like this portion of the season.
I don't want you putting anything out either that you want to put on your show. So, I mean, we're just going to, because we want to breeze through a bunch of these. So then we got West Salem Bank. Okay. Here's my vow right here. So we just talked about the hyphens and dashes, right? So I'm going with any team that has a hyphen or a dash from now on.
Okay.
And so West Salem Bank
worked out well here.
I don't care. I don't really care. So because these guys, I haven't heard of a lot of these smaller teams.
They were D2 last year.
And I'm sorry, West Salem Bangor. If someone is listening that's from there, I'm sorry, but I'm paying attention now because I've never heard of some of these teams. Even coming up into the sports that I was in, I didn't realize some of these guys had wrestling teams. So I think it's kind of cool. I like paying attention to those.
Yeah.
So anything notable out of this one?
A lot of wins from Marshfield and
okay. No, I see.
Yeah.
54-15.
Yeah.
So Ava Gardner, I know of her.
Yeah.
She did pretty good, right?
I mean, she got forfeit.
She got a forfeit. Well, man, come on. She's still
but
good.
the Sternwise and Tegan Moore was a good one.
Okay. Oh, Tegan. I've heard of that. I've heard of him before.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was a good one back and forth. Sternwise one that wound up coming out at the end, but
West Salem Bangor, I'm paying attention.
There you go.
I don't care. I'm watching.
I think the match that sticks out to me is Easton Ledden and Braden Glasspool 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glasspool, I know he was either close to qualifying for state last year. I think he might have made it the year before.
Nice.
And I think like Easton Ledden, like just not an all-star on the Marshfield team, but it just goes to show how well they're wrestling right now when Ledden pulls off a 1-0 match with someone like Glasspool.
And those weights usually let it fly. I mean, those guys, that had to have been a pretty decent match as far as kind of a back and forth as far as how they wrestled. So, sweet. Well, like I said, I'm paying attention. I don't care what the score was. I'm paying attention, man. All right, so then we got Holman Marshfield. All right. Was that a good duel? What was up with that?
Yeah, it was a good duel.
23-46. Marshfield wins.
Hoyt got a team point taken away in the first match.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think it was for something he said to the ref because, I mean, he pushed his head down when he got up and it was a tech fall. And I don't know what happened, but they tried to give him one on the mat and it was already a tech fall. And Hoyt just kind of pointed it out that it was a tech fall.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it was a tech fall. You can't really give him a point now. It's over.
You know?
And then the ref went back to the table and was like, and he comes back and he's like, okay, I can't give him points. I'm taking a point away. So it was weird.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
Not the most impactful unsportsmanlike that took place last night, but I'm guessing we'll get to that.
Yeah, for sure.
So didn't Hoyt got like 100 pins or something, or what? Didn't he just reach some benchmark?
Yeah, he the 100 pin club.
Wow, I wonder if that's worthy enough to be posted or not.
Probably not.
What a
a lot of people do that now.
Yeah, too many. There's too many 100 stuff. Stop 100ing. So
no, that's very impressive. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, even like you think about it with the COVID year, that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So then I'd be remiss to not mention Caleb Denny. I'm very aware of Caleb Denny. Very good wrestler, good kid too, like his parents. So how did that match look? Even though it's 13-0 major, how
did
Denny
dominated
look?
him all over.
Did
It was, on the feet. I mean, Denny's really good.
Okay.
This next match was the
160.
Was a JV state champ versus a JV fifth, and the JV fifth actually wound up winning. I'm not sure that they're at the same weights though.
Really?
Yeah, but the Kane was a JV state champ, I believe, right?
Yes, I think he was.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
And Zach, I would say, I mean, you know how it goes with duels where there's matches you need to win, and this one probably felt like after Rode got the win, it probably felt almost over for Holman.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was looking, and I mean, at one point after the heavyweight, I believe it was still attainable, but then Rundy came out and it was just overmatched, and it was just
Yeah, after that it was 5-4, 5-6, 5-4s. It was after that it was techs and pins all the way through. Well, that's unfortunate.
So, I mean, Kakana coach here, where do you view Marshfield I mean, I still think, especially the way they're wrestling now, Kakana far and away the best team in D1. But is Marshfield near the top of the list of teams that could potentially beat you in a duel?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a path to them getting 7 wins, and that's what you need to do, obviously. Just keep it 7-7 and try and out-bonus us, but that's going to be hard. I mean, we got a lot of bonus people, and it's just
well, I think we had maybe 1 or 2 non-bonuses against Hortonville.
Yeah, I know. And I had Hortonville in my
the two losses we had, but I mean, as far as the wins, they were 1 or 2 non-bonuses. So if we're not pinning
some backups in, then that was great.
If we're not pinning and teching, there's a problem.
Yeah.
So
might be a little more dramatics here in this next team sectional.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we go to letter B, right?
Yep.
That is indeed the letter after A.
Is it?
No.
This is like Sesame Street now.
Oh, yeah. This is the best. All right. So we got DC Everest. I'm familiar with DC Everest. A coach named, is it Lurkey?
Yeah.
Lurkey.
Well, he just, he actually just retired. I believe.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
NCAA ref.
Brackets. Results. Dual meets. All right. Rapids versus Pulaski.
Yeah.
38-27.
Yeah.
Woo! That must have been, look at that score right away. 4-6, another 6 there. Holy cow. All right, so first match, they started out at 106.
Yeah.
Gavin Jacob over Jake Fredrickson, Pulaski, 13-0 major. I don't know. See, some of these smaller guys is kind of where I get lost too, because I didn't spend too much time in that area. But what do you know about these guys? Teague. Aiden Armagost. I know Aiden.
Armagost is a guy, last year he was a reason that Rapids was such a good dual team, because you could plug Armagost in and bump everyone up from like 13 to 45 or 52, however you want to view it.
Yep.
And I think now he's got a little more run on the varsity scene. I think they kind of plugged him in for these 2 duels, which makes sense. And yeah, pretty good kid, because Pratt isn't bad.
Right. Well, Ethan Eggert, I know Ethan. I know I've seen him wrestle a few times too, and it looks like he was able to pull something out too, pretty good for Pulaski. So that kind of rounded things out for those guys a little bit in the beginning to give them some speed, but then
that 160-pound match looks like it was the nail in the coffin for Pulaski.
Yeah.
Taylor losing to Weidman.
Yep.
That's the thing that sucks about this, like team sectionals. Like, I mean, some of these are important matches.
Yes.
For this weekend. So it's like, it's just a lot of stuff going on. That.
Yeah. Kyler Tritz over Wuzencraft.
Yeah, he just dropped down from 82.
Who, Tritz?
Yeah, Tritz did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be
interesting right there. That's for sure.
I didn't
think he'd major him.
Yeah.
I know Wuzencraft's been doing pretty good towards the end of the season here, so that's...
Yeah, he was a state qualifier last year. And so
see, that's the stuff you guys know. Like, I don't know who qualified last year. I know a couple of them, but...
Yeah.
Any other notables that you got on here, Teague? So we got a final score of Rapids 38 and Pulaski 27.
Right.
So that was pretty fun on that one. DC Everest versus Bayport.
Yeah, I think this one might have been a matchup thing, but wow.
56,
yeah, 56-18. I was not expecting that score.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ward had a forfeit, so that makes that not fun.
Yeah.
Carter Callies gave. Okay. All right. Pin DC Everest there. Jeez. All right. Well, hey, DC Everest got to pick her up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
it's all right. Shit happens, right?
For sure.
Come back next year, wrestle some more. It's not like they're going away. All right. Well, there's a lot of pins, guys, if you're listening. A lot of pins in that one. So we got Rapids versus Bayport. Ooh,
what a finish on this one.
31-36.
Yeah.
They kind of brought it back around the corner towards the end here. Bayport did, because it looks like Wisconsin Rapids kind of had a little bit of a run. 6-3-4.
I'm trying to figure out the score after the first 7. It looks like Bayport had 15 and Rapids had 19. I mean, it was
wow.
So it was a little back and forth duel, because even Rapids' run where they won 4 in a row, they got a pin, but then they only got 1 bonus point out of the next 3.
Yeah, Bayport picked it up at the end here with all those pins towards the end. They got the one 3-point at the end, but all those 4 or 5 pins in a row, that really.
I can't imagine that 1-0 match had to have been the loudest gym ever for a 1-0 match.
Yeah,
and it wasn't it wasn't an escape; it was a stall.
They won it on a stall call?
Yeah, they won on a stall call.
Oh, man. Holy cow.
Apparently, Jacob got warned on top in the second and then got warned on bottom in the third.
Oh, I was going to say on his feet. I've never seen
bottom.
him backing up or nothing like that.
No, but he was apparently holding on to a hand and not letting go. So.
That's a bummer.
Well, I know what phone call I'm making after this. I would love to hear a little perspective on that one.
That's crazy.
That's what I heard how it went down. So
wow, so it was 31-33 there.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's number 5 versus a watchless guy. So that was a close one.
That's gotta hurt. Like I'm kind of hurting inside a little bit looking at that score after that on a stalling call.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, well.
Yeah, I mean Wisconsin Rapids. If they had they're missing some key people that didn't come out this year. If they would have had them, they would have beat Bayport.
Yeah,
pretty easily. Because I see a 12-point swing at 95 that would have been the other way.
I see Kyler Tritz doing Kyler Tritz things there.
Yep.
45-second pin. All right, Jacob Ward getting the fall. Mason Tritz boy's doing all right, huh? Owen Noel, huh? Against Carter Freeman. I didn't expect it to be 6-0. All right.
Oh, that was I kind of viewed that as a nice result. Yeah. Wait,
sure.
Wait, Noel lost. It was the other Freeman that lost, right? To Wathke?
Yeah, he lost to Wathke 6-0 as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Huh. All right. Well, there you have it. 31-36. Rapids versus Bayport.
Yeah.
So Rapids making their way down.
Yeah, that was a good duel.
Yeah, looked like it was fun. All right, yeah. So next I got
at least Rapids got a chance in a dual setting to make it to team state this year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right. All right. So what's the next letter, Teague? Is it AB? It's D, isn't it? Slinger? No.
You're close. Close.
It's got to be.
It would be C.
That's my last name starts with that. That's fun.
For cat.
Yeah. Meow. So we got section C at Baraboo. Results, dual meets. All right. Stoughton versus Waunakee.
I think we can just go to the final on this one.
49-22.
Yeah, I have a Waunakee correspondent. He just Waunakee is a really young team. They got a good mix of upperclassmen in there, but Stoughton's just a little too much for them. And I think it kind of just shows that pedigree postseason form versus a young team where Stoughton and Waunakee had a couple good duels during the regular season, and this time I think sometimes an event like this can get to underclassmen a little bit. So I think next year's iteration of Waunakee could probably put up a better battle. But yeah, I think that's basically the synopsis on that one. And then, I think Zach's wanted to go to the finals because Reedsburg beat Sun Prairie 57-19.
Yeah.
Props to Sun Prairie for making it, but
Right. Yep. All right. 49-22 on that one. Stoughton pulling away. So it's a young team. You can see that.
Yeah, they finally got Gabriel Metzler in there. I was looking for him like he's an upcoming freshman that I thought was going to make some noise, but he just now got in the lineup. So
145 against Cole Sarbacher. Sarbacher's good though too. So what do you do there? Sun Prairie, East-West, East/West. So 2 separate schools co-op together. right?
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just built that other school too. I
Did
believe.
they?
Yeah, it was Sun Prairie last year, but it was, now it's East West
Against Reedsburg. So let's see the final score first or start
57.
talking. 57-19. Okay, so here's where I'm going to come from on this, right?
Yeah.
You see some of these scores. So now I'm watching Sun Prairie East West because, I mean, I've heard of Sun Prairie. I played soccer. If you don't play soccer in Madison, you're crazy, right? So I know of Sun Prairie, but I didn't know East West. So I'm watching these guys now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because Sun Prairie just split off to 2 schools a couple of years ago, and I think it's
okay.
Well, like their football programs, they split off to 2 football programs.
Yeah.
Which both ended up being good. No surprise.
Yep.
Yeah, I think with wrestling, just with the numbers thing, because even like the old Sun Prairie like didn't fill full lineup sometimes, so I think they just decide to stay together.
Yeah.
On that one.
Okay.
In terms of our conversation before the podcast, Brad, it's I think that's an interesting one because they have the option to where they could be separate, so that's why the slash is in there.
Sure.
So
okay.
Even though it's technically the same like area and like town city,
yep,
they're kind of 2 separate school districts in a sense.
Okay,
in a wrestling sense, I should say, where they could be separate but they're not.
Okay, right on. That makes sense. I'm just looking at some of the guys here, the decisions that, you know what, that's the wind blowing my old screen doors open. Yes, I have to replace my screen doors, everyone. They're old. But
the one match I'm interested in is that 220 was 8-5 with is it Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Horan.
Yeah, that was I'm surprised it was that close, really. I mean,
I can't tell you that I know either one.
Gonzalez has been on a tear except for one loss to Spildy so far.
I have heard of that Gonzalez name, though, as far as in this past tournaments that we've had.
Yeah, he was heavyweight last year.
Yeah.
And made the cut to 220. He's been doing really well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Well done, Jesus.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking up here. I thought I saw. There's the Teague. There's the Teague.
Had things tied up. He had things tied up in the 3rd period, according to the box score.
He did? Okay.
Nice. Teague Justman.
Horan's a leg rider for a big guy. It's pretty.
Are you kidding?
Uncommon, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
All right, man.
Yeah.
This guy's making it interesting. I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. All right. Well, I mean, 1957. It's self-explanatory on that one, but it looks like this one was tiebreaker here.
Yeah.
Cameron Sarbacher against Isaac Hankey. Man, that must have been a tiring one. Oof. All right.
A lot of.
How about the Stone and Reedsburg duel?
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe the quickest finals duel almost across the state.
27-48. Oh, man.
Yeah. A lot of pins.
Yeah. All right. Chance Sudduth, he's got one.
Yeah.
The last 4 matches didn't even equal a full match.
Gatlin Empey lost, huh? So it's the last name. Obviously, I know who Empey is, but it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's not assuming he's going to win, but just thought he would, kind of thing.
Yeah, Judd's pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. Yeah, nothing to take away from Judd, that's for sure. All right, cool. Yeah, that was 27.
How I thought it was going to go.
27
really.
Stoughton.
That ends Stoughton's. I don't know what their
Reedsburg 48.
I don't know what their team state run was, but they had a good little.
That's gone.
At least since I've been here, they've been there every year.
The last time they didn't make it, I think, was 2013.
Okay.
And they actually tied in the regional with Mount Horeb, I think, and Mount Horeb had the tiebreaker.
Oof. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, on to the letter.
Yeah, congrats to Reedsburg finally.
Getting
getting some
pull one together, man.
From that sectional. So.
It'd be fun to see them. Yeah. That's for sure.
I think the analysis there with like Stone is they were kind of like, and I don't want for the Stone fans listening, I don't mean this as like a diss, but I think they were just kind of like a weaker version of last year's team where you knew you were going to get wins with bonus with that team, and then if you have a couple other guys get the job done, then Stone's going to win a lot of duels. And I think this year they just didn't have as much of that firepower. So
on to sectional D.
I mean, do you even need to pull up the track result for this one? Or do you have the scores memorized here?
No.
I do not. I wasn't there.
It was 65-9, Kaukauna over Oshkosh West. I mean, as far as watching, watching Lucas, I thought Lucas, he tried to get something going against Grayson. You could tell he tried to, get a single leg in, stuff like that. It's just unlucky.
Yeah.
Rylan looked, he's one of those kids that's real solid. I know his dad, Brent's a good guy. He's been wrestling for a while. I think Brent was a state qualifier back in the day.
Yeah.
State placer, possibly. I can't remember if Schneider placed or not, but he was better than I was, that's for sure. But Rylan tried to put something together with Wines too. A couple times he tried to get over on him, almost got it. But same thing with Eddie against Lucas. I know every single one of these kids.
Yeah.
Every one of them. So kind of watching them wrestle against each other like this and having either watched them in the practice room or they've been on a dual team with me, kind of watching one beat the other is kind of rough, kind of thing. But they, at the end, obviously they don't care, but it's like, oh man, I didn't have to do that too much. I didn't wrestle too many friends, but it was good watching some of these guys wrestle, seeing some, Sam Weber getting to pull that one together. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nehemiah, unfortunate. I think he had definitely he definitely had the advantage in the beginning, and Fournier capitalized.
Yeah.
Just got him. The decision over Ben, that was a tight match. I don't.
It's been 3 matches like that.
It's just too close. I mean, it just happened to be one guy got the advantage over the other one. They both kind of wrestle the same. As far as the bigger guys, they wrestle the same. I thought Ben was a little more aggressive with how he wrestled, but what happens?
That's a first round sectional match right there. So.
Yeah, and then we got 2 forfeits. One at 106 and 113, so that doesn't help them much. But Liam looked good. He got his tech fall. I think it was in the second period.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah. So that was a good duel. Good to see the kids out. Good to see them wrestling. Hortonville, I kind of glanced over and got to see some of these happen. I didn't get to see all of them. I saw Niebauer. I thought looked pretty dominant, but Liam was still coming back and forth. I've seen I think it's Piankowski.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's.
But I've seen him wrestle quite a few times too, and that was a match that wasn't handily won by Henry by any means.
Yeah.
Carter Henschel again over Grant Harris. I know Grant. That was another match. These upper weights, I want to say, up in these areas, except for a couple of these here, were kind of back and forth, and then they got stuck. But then a couple of them were just real close. But it looked like it was a fun duel. A lot of Skiba coming away with the tech. He does it in the next one as well.
Yeah.
But Nolan coming away with a good tech. I think those guys are just working some stuff out. And Griffin Jens with a good one. Seen a lot of these guys wrestle before. I think
this was a good duel for Hortonville because Chris messaged me and asked, "Hey, what would you peg the score as?" So I kind of informally went through it without because if you overthink it, you're just going to be wrong anyways. Yeah. So I ran through it quick, and we kind of had the same score where it was Hortonville by 10. So I think exceeding that point spread by 22 is pretty solid for them. Yeah, for sure. So
yeah, they look really good. I mean, even though, like I said, the guys that were wrestling in close matches, they just were wrestling guys that were evenly matched, and it wasn't that anybody wrestled terrible. They were just really good matches.
Yeah.
So nothing down about anything on that duel. The end result 53-21 Hortonville.
Yeah. I think I had it 42-30, so that's surprising to me too.
I just picked Hortonville.
Right. Yeah,
I didn't put a score on it.
So.
It's because you guys are smart with that shit. So then we got Kakana Hortonville, 70-11. There's a lot of pins. There's a lot of cradles. A lot of backups that we had. We had in. We had. We had Colin DeGroot got some revenge over Jack Clearman after I think that was Colin's only loss over a JV, but pinned him. That was literally at the end.
Yeah.
At the end, had him in, but Colin really did a good job in his offense.
Right?
Huh?
He was winning.
He was winning. Yeah, he was handing Jack pretty well when it came down to getting takedowns, and as soon as he found his groove, he was doing pretty good. Yeah. Jack still, it's not like he was giving anything. Right. I mean, Jack still puts up a good fight, but Colin just got some good revenge. Winans, that was a quick one. Peter's quick one. It was just kind of takedowns, the pins. Liam got a pin. I think he teched the kid the last time, but pin, as you can see, the results.
I think we pinned him every time we wrestled him. Remember we pinned him in
Needham?
Yeah, we pinned
him.
Did
he? Oh, okay. I thought it was tech.
Tilt in the duel. Remember?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it was a tilt pin. But then Weber getting a good win again, having these guys come in.
Kids pinned him 2 times this year already.
Nolan Mickey getting a pin
against a guy our varsity guy only beat 4-0.
So people understand this is JV that's coming up and helping wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what we have coming up. This is Kakana's going to be putting the work in the off season. And Moses, that was unfortunate. That he wrestled really well against Nolan. I was not expecting watching that match go on. I was not expecting a pin.
Yeah.
He was wrestling really well against Nolan. So that was just an unfortunate end, but we have guys coming.
Yeah.
So 70-11, Kakana's going to state. So that's D. So we'll get out of that. Enough about me. Let's talk about you.
I'm wore out from all that Northeast Division I talk.
All right, Port Washington,
man.
Section E. Make this one quick here.
Oh boy. I mean, do we hop right to the finals for this one?
I would just go to the final in this one, too.
All right, well, let's go to the finals.
Battle of the Towns. Germantown beat Watertown 53-21, and Arrowhead beat Homestead 59-18. Brad, you're the host, man. How's that Arrowhead Germantown?
Holy cow, look at that. 34-33. What do we got down here on sportsmanlike conduct times 2?
From what I'm
hearing.
What team is that? Arrowhead? Weird.
They lost by 1.
No way. Who caused that?
From what I'm hearing, it was the 152 match.
Really?
Yeah.
Ramon.
Yeah.
And Eli, what? 3-2. Eli Rabideau.
Yeah, he came.
Yeah, won the match too. So I wonder what happened.
From what I heard, he pushed the kid at the end of a match, and they got one for that. And then he apparently flexed towards the crowd, and on his way out towards the Germantown crowd.
Really? Yeah, that's a point. That's a point.
The opposing crowd.
Yeah,
then you.
That's a point.
Yeah.
Burlington lost a team point against Holman in the semifinals.
So, but it'll be interesting if they gave it to him.
Wow.
Because technically, it should have been -2 on that second one if it was against him. So I don't know if they gave it to him or not, because if that was his second one, he can't wrestle at sectional.
Oh my!
He can.
God.
Yeah.
But the fact that it wasn't 3 is why I don't know if he gave it to the Ramon or not. So I don't know. So we'll see.
Oh,
I looked this morning. Technically, he's not
Lord.
off the bracket yet. So
I'm gonna. I'll check that again. Just
That's craziness.
yeah, because technically, if you get 2 from the same guy, it's supposed to be -3.
And that's our new California dude,
Yeah, that's
too.
the guy that just moved in. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Well,
I'll say on that,
maybe you'll learn your lesson.
That just sucks. You feel when kids make mistakes like that, you feel a little bad for them because they're going to have the consequences with it, and you just hope he learns from it, right?
For sure.
Well, here's the deal: you hope he learned from it, but he also cost a team a run.
Yeah, they're probably the 2 seed.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be bringing down these guys get paid for it, but he made a big decision there.
Yeah.
That's crucial, and I don't know if he's a freshman, sophomore, junior. So I mean, he comes back next year. I don't know. Maybe there's 2 sides to every story too.
Yeah.
Who knows what happened? Maybe whatever happened, but that was I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah.
Something caused like that
the Arrowhead's pretty senior laden too, so that I'd be mad if I was a senior too.
Ooh. All right, man. Well,
7 seniors in the
let's
lineup.
take a look at who had the run. Arrowhead had the run in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, Germantown with Becker getting the first win, but they had the run there. So let's Colin McDowell, pin, not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Connor Crummer,
Pin.
fall. Okay. I wasn't expecting a pin. I knew it was, as far as that goes, but okay. Reese Thornberry. Okay, fall. Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Well, I think the crucial part here is the non-pin at 120.
Yeah.
That's
very true.
Again, that's
very true.
That's 2 points that would change the duel.
Yep, very true. Very true. We got Reese down here. Wyatt, good win. Of course, gets the pin.
Bumped up.
Man, that's crazy.
And that's bumped up 45. Eli's their 45.
Okay.
So they bumped around Duchateau, and Ramon got a big 3-2 win. I mean, that's a good win.
Yeah.
And then Shoot comes out and pins Druckery. I mean, that's huge. And then Momper pins Rippenball.
Okay.
And Momper's not their usual starter. He came in as a backup essentially.
Well, he's the 82 starter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he weighed in at 70.
Mm-hmm.
See, but the thing is, if I'm Arrowhead, I'm weighing Mulvaney in at. I know it's easy to say this after the fact,
yeah,
but I'm weighing Mulvaney in at 95 so I can get away from Riddle. Just
I agree.
Weigh him in at 84.
I agree. Yep.
And then you can bump away from him if you have to.
Because
if he doesn't go out at 82, obviously he's going to 95, and then you can get up to 220. I mean, just like you gotta not have that match. Yeah.
Yep. When the points come around.
The really sad thing there is, I heard Mulvaney blew out his knee in that match.
Oh no!
Potentially not wrestling in the rest of the postseason.
Oh my God,
that stinks.
Dude, these guys, and I know this. I'm probably gonna work on getting Frank back on Jasper.
Yeah,
talking about nutrition and stuff, because I think a lot of it boils down to recovery.
Yeah,
just as far as doctors, if you're injured, your recovery. I mean, I'm talking just recovery in general during the season. Because I don't know what a lot of these kids do, and I'm not going to assume, but I've seen a lot of them at tournaments when they're trying to recover after a match.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what they're doing, and I know they're kids, but parents, man. Help them understand the nutrition, because I'm telling you, after some of these matches, especially these bigger guys, you get in the 45 and above range. I mean, some of the 45 guys are big. Look at DeChateau.
Yeah,
it's a big kid. You got to get into recovery with these kids because it's extremely important. Yeah. I mean, they're young, yes, but we're talking about recovery from injuries like that. But those come from not recovering properly during regular time, just a healthy time. You know, so man, that's crazy. That's unfortunate. Now, you said something about the shoot Drucker. I'm a little surprised that went that fast.
Yeah, that's surprising. I mean, Drucker's a returning state qualifier.
I'm not surprised Shooty necessarily won.
Oh no, not by any means.
I'm just surprised that happened. So unfortunate for Nate. But
cool. It looks like I would have loved to have been at that one. I mean, that would have been a great.
I want to see some video. Hey, Teague, Mr. Streamer here? Who was this one streamed at all?
Not that I know of.
Nobody had it on?
I looked. I couldn't find one either.
Okay. I know you guys are covering a lot of D2, D3 stuff there with your WI Wrestle guys, but I can't remember exactly what else was covered. So
D1 just gets no coverage. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
We specifically talked about how we were not going to cover D1. Yeah.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. But
we Travis Wilson of WizSports.net, he tweeted many years ago. He said I'm doing something right when I have every part of the state telling me that I have a bias against them. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense.
So hey, listen to this. I just got a text from a friend of mine. He goes, "You know who the wrestler was that cost Arrowhead a trip to state?" Said same one that punched your son with his right hand and then didn't want to shake hands after that after that match.
Well, that would be him.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. That is the guy. Correct. And that
good timing.
Oh. Yeah, he wouldn't shake Liam's hand after that match either. You see in the video he starts walking away. He wasn't walking away because he forgot. He was walking away because he was pissed.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, he gave me a good slap on the hand too. That was really nice.
Yeah, a little get it. All right, so we know 34 30, that's just crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I've never been a part of a duel like that, where team points take care of it. That'd be heartbreaking.
I can't imagine what was being said by Randy in the locker room after that fucking thing just went down. Holy cow. All right, so that really is kind of the talk of that whole tournament then right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was a great duel.
Well, congrats. Hey, Germantown, either way, they were still keeping it close, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You ran at them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good duel, unfortunate result.
Yep.
All right, man. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here, guys. So what's
all right, on to Milwaukee.
Ooh, boy. I got some boys down there, man.
This is the talk of the whole sectional right here, right?
I think. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Dual meets. What do we got? Milwaukee versus Waukesha North. 42-28. Milwaukee walks away with it. What my boy Caleb Caddy get? All right. Penn. Okay. All right, Penn. So what else we got going on up here? We got 195 is where they started at, though.
Well, looks like a big 9-7 win for Milwaukee.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one.
For Peyton Bruner.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Peyton pulling one off for anyone. That kind of sets some momentum up because they got kind of back and forth as we get down further here. Yeah. Any notables here?
No.
54-second pin. Nothing really. No.
No, there's
And I
not
know
really
I know
notable
a couple of
matches
these
with
guys
any
in the
of these
matches went the way that I would have expected them to
Yeah.
go. So nothing
Yeah, this is pretty-
against or for anyone on that one.
No, this is pretty much the way it should have gone.
Cool. All right, so we got 42-28. Pewaukee wins that one. Next one, Brookfield. Yeah. Couple forfeits. That's unfortunate. Oh, man. Holy cow.
I mean, Brookfield East only wrestled with 8 guys at regionals. So
holy cow. 30-42, and they still had that. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
I guess they matched up well besides
Yeah.
the numbers.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Maybe I wonder if Waukesha West clinched it and then just saved themselves for the.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say
That's crazy.
They're missing a lot of their good guys. If
Yeah,
that's
they're
what
like,
happened.
there's no one there.
Yeah, because they almost had a full roster against Pewaukee.
Okay.
So
Aiden Crowley.
they must have clinched it and then just rode the wave for the second duel.
Props to Aiden Crowley.
Yeah.
A good win. All right. Pewaukee versus Waukesha West. 24-47. Waukesha West. Interesting. Not.
I mean, maybe I just didn't give Waukesha West enough credit throughout the year, but I wasn't expecting the duel to be this wide. Like
me either. I'll be honest.
23-point victory.
Yeah,
me either.
Waukesha West has like about 5 or 6 guys that
Do they?
have done really well this year.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah, like they're from 38 to 70. They're
That
pretty
Bruner
tough, except
Guerrero
for-
match
yeah.
right there. That was
Yeah, that's a big one.
that looked like a big
Yeah.
one for Pewaukee to kind of
for
stay a
sure.
little more in it. But that's a match I definitely would have wanted to see.
Yeah, see, Waukesha West did a good job of staying away from Caddy too.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's
For sure.
You got to get away from those.
Nice.
Well, that's the crazy. I mean, Waukesha West won that one right away at 220, but Pewaukee won 2 matches that were within a couple points.
Right.
So you could say things even favored Pewaukee in terms of breaks, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think just saying Waukesha West was the better team is fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just like we said before, just we weren't expecting it to be, I guess, that big of a spread. So,
Right, yeah.
All right. So there we go. We got that one. Next one, quick.
What comes after F?
Results. What?
What comes at? That's his F still.
Oh, I didn't go all the way out.
Yeah.
G. I think, yep, Racine St. Catherine. Ooh, I know who's down here.
Should be Muskego, right?
Yeah.
This one ended up being a little more anticlimactic than I thought it would be.
Did it? Oh, yeah, New Berlin West Eisenhower.
So, yeah, Franklin with that 38-24 win.
Sure, but that's a good duel, though. I mean, 38-24, you got some back and forth right away. It usually comes down to like the last 4 or 5 matches when you start seeing the difference there. So, Ryan Gillis taking a loss. Will Miller winning.
I doubt they bring all 14 back next year.
I'm watching New Berlin West now, Eisenhower, because my cousins went there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Griffins went there. Yeah, they were like football players and basketball players. But I'm going to watch those guys now because they have the hyphen.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm on their side, man. It's
there you
okay.
go.
They got that would be the slash that they
That's
have.
not the hyphen.
Whatever.
We'll see some more hyphens once we get to D2 and 3.
It's a divider. I told you that, Teague. It's a divider. You didn't know either. Making fun of me. Darn it, Teague.
See
All
that Manny Joseph over Jack Gillis is a big one to me. Like, because Jack Gillis, I mean, I know he just came down to 60.
Yeah.
But still.
Tiebreaker, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good match.
yeah. One I wouldn't have seen going that way. So.
Talon Summers, good win. All right.
Yeah.
No, well, part of the Teague team. Teagan, though.
Oh, Tegan. Yeah.
Teagan, close. He can be a sub. He could sub, right?
He's a part of the Teague squad.
Yeah, I'll put him in there. He can
Yeah, I mean,
be a
if he
sub.
just ended at the Teague, right?
Yeah, right
There might be enough Teagues and Tegans out there to where I could make a Teague lineup and I could like
I'm pretty sure.
run duels against other teams.
Has to be in the state, though. Has to be Wisconsin Teagues.
That's exactly what you need is more fictional duels to happen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ricola.
Oh man. Would it be Teague / Tegan or Teague - Tegan? It's the real-
Slash. It's a co-op.
Yeah. You guys aren't from the same town. So.
Yeah. Yes, see? It's a
Fair.
co-op. All right. So let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
We could almost end the podcast after the fictional duels comment. That it's not going to get funnier than that. Like, that was
Kale Zielinski, Muskego. We got Oak Creek versus Muskego. I think I'm pretty much going to guess that Muskego won this one, 57-15. I didn't even have to look at the score.
Yeah, not too many.
Sorry, Oak Creek. I didn't mean to be that way, but that's just the way it is.
When I saw the score of the Muskego Oak Creek duel, because I like to keep it suspenseful for myself. Like, I'll check out the semi scores and then the final score. When I saw 57-15, I'm like, Man, that Muskego Franklin duel, unless they matched up really well, I'm guessing Muskego handled it, and they did.
Yeah.
So is this one of those areas where people bitch about how some sectionals are dumb because like, okay, you guys just said Muskego is going to run through it or whatever. Yeah. Is that where? So I've actually talked to a couple of different high school coaches about it. Where, like, okay, let's say Kaukauna, for example, we would go, instead of here, we would go over to the southwest side of the state and wrestle for a sectional kind of thing, like bringing our section to another section and wrestling that way kind of thing. But I don't know if it makes sense because, again, I don't know the logistics and the specifics about all this stuff, but spreading out, instead of okay, so and it's not even about them being in that sectional necessarily, but now you have two teams that probably could have wrestled and, they wrestled each other and it was kind of close, right? Which makes sense. And then you got the one team, it's just like, why are we even here?
Yeah.
And I know RQ is a big proponent of that, where it's like football, like let's try to get the best 4 teams in the semis or the best 2 teams in the finals, whatnot. Like the system for the WI, like they made it clear, like they've said it, like they want it to be geographically accurate. Like the goal's not to get the best 8 teams to state. No, like that's not a knock. That's just that's the system.
They want a north, they want a west, they want an east and center and south, and I get it, but it's like, you're going to probably most likely get that one way or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I was talking last night with someone, with sectional like E through H.
Yeah.
They're so close. I bet Arrowhead or Germantown would have been just fine driving 30 minutes more to another regional or sectional.
Oh, hands down. I'll drive across the state. I don't care.
Right.
Like, does it really need to be like this is especially the case in D1. D2 and D3 are a little different because it's a little more spread out. But like, you look at my little map and I can share it with you guys about the assignments. But E through H, I'm like mixing up where some of the teams are, even though it's color coded.
Right.
Like, you could easily change that, make it not geographically pretty, but try to set it so that the best 8 teams get there. The only tough thing is we're talking about like preseason work, which would be. Yeah, like it's just you're basically you're showing your hand and predicting who you think the best teams are.
Well, because like looking at the result here, I can only imagine there's like 2 or 3 other ones that were kind of the same way or kind of balanced the same way, where it's you feel like if you feel for the other teams because you're like, well, we know who's going to win this. That kind of
and Hortonville would have been a good duel.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hands down, I totally agree with that. And so what I mean, you can have state, but again, it's Division 1. It's Division 2, Division 3. It'd be nice to see a Luxembourg Casco against a Kaukauna.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see stuff in, mix the division as far as don't take away the divisions because I guess it makes sense, but then have those divisions wrestle each other to have a top. You know what I'm saying? So you're not done just because you won your division. Now those 3, 4 divisions then wrestle each other at the top, but that's me. Different ideas. So, all right, we just went ahead and just went down to the bottom here and checked that score out, and that's 51-15.
Oh, another misconduct, though.
Wow, 285. On coach at end of 285-pound match.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Ooh, sudden victory match. That must have been a good one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Summers beating Schneier.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's kind of surprising. I mean, Talon came up from 20.
And you're ahead. Muskego, you're ahead by that many points. Why? What are you doing to have points taken away? Like, you're already ahead. Unless the kid was getting hurt.
It's an intense sport.
Yeah, and we don't know the story, obviously, but I mean, unless the kid was getting hurt, or I guess there was some like blatant cheating that the ref was like, no, that's cool with me with 2 thumbs up. Like, what are you barking about?
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, so all right, 51-15. Unfortunate for Franklin, Muskego just kind of stole it. So, let's go back out. We're gonna do the alphabet game again. Get into H. How many are there? They don't go to.
One.
Do they go to Z?
No.
All right, we'll go through this and then we can kind of talk about some other stuff.
Yeah,
because we got other shit we want to talk about. You haven't
like
brought up
like D2 and D3.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
we're cutting it just fine. Where if we do if we're spending 2 hours on team sectionals, we still got 30, 45 minutes for individual sectionals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we'll be fine here. Okay, so we got McGuanago versus Wilmot Union. Okay, props out to CJ Vroman. He's the Wilmot Union dude. He's down there. So we got Grant Stromberg. What was the score first here? 51-18. Okay, so there we go.
CJ Broman, who thinks I'm some weird conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. He got you on the website. That's coming out. It's coming out. Swear to God, it's coming out. Working on it. I got some pages I just got to fix quick, and then we're getting it released. But yeah. So I mean, I guess not totally surprised again with the result. Nope. Any notables? Just trying to go through 3-1 at 138. Logan DiFilippo, Wilmot Union over Blake Roberts. Ooh, all right.
I still don't understand McGuanago's use of their lower guys. They have Needham in the the individual part, but they use Cat's feet. Is it because he's a senior? I don't understand. Like that guy's way better. The guy that guy? No, the guy at 6.
Oh,
Cat's
fee?
Yeah.
Cat's fee?
Yeah. He has way better results.
Okay.
But they use the senior at 6. He must beat him in the room, I guess, but I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
Different.
Because this guy has way better results, and he's not in the individual part.
But in individuals, when he wrestles on his own, usually he has really good results.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was 29-4.
Really?
And the guy they have in there is 20-something and 11.
Well, I wonder if it's something where it's he's a senior or something like that. They're kind of giving it could be
Alex Needham's brother, Nick Needham, is the guy I'm talking about. But it's I don't understand.
Huh. Different.
Yeah.
All right.
Just based on results, I would think that guy works him.
This is another kind of a close one here, that Charles Vento over Cale Handorf. Nice 5-2. Chitwood. I've heard you guys mention Chitwood before, too. Hayden Chitwood. I played soccer with some Chitwoods.
Yeah, he's down at 70. He bumped up. So.
Nolan Deshemin. Okay.
Yeah, not really anything.
Nothing to
write home about.
Yep. All right. I will mention Joel Sullivan. I believe he's a senior this year.
Junior.
He's junior?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Joel Sullivan. Good win there.
Yeah.
Good pin. Okay. All right. Well,
little more to write home about in the next duel.
Yeah. For sure. Milton Burlington. All right. Let's see what we got here. Whew.
Yeah.
38-36. All right. What do we got going on here? So what's pin in 0 seconds?
I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
That's a record.
Yeah, that's a record.
I mean, the Matty Peach pinning Scruns
in 0 seconds.
Yeah, 0. That's impressive.
Good job.
All of them are 0.
Keeping score.
Except for one at 2.
Wow, all the pins are just right away.
It's almost like the clock broke or something.
They're all stuck in 2 and 0.
All the box scores even say takedown with 2 minutes, reversal with 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
They probably didn't have it live at the mat and just did their best to add it in later, because that would never. I mean, you couldn't do that if you had running at the table.
Scrun's getting the win.
Yeah, I mean,
Fall. Aiden Sinclair getting the win. Jackson Lee.
Yeah, Burlington did a good job of moving around to get the wins they could get. That's for sure.
I wasn't expecting Lee. Okay.
Oh, man, there was in that last match, Burlington lost by 2. The Moldenauer guy got some near fall in the first period.
Oh, really?
At some point, right? We don't know exactly.
At some junk, we don't know when. But
Tyson getting the expected runaway there. Royce Nilo getting a fall. Tyson Peach getting really good. Yeah. I think he's getting a little better. I think Maddie's getting a little bit better than he is, possibly.
Yeah, she's doing pretty well.
She's catching up pretty good, man. She's keeping up with those boys. Tell you what, she's killing them.
Yeah,
it's good. Good job, Maddie.
Oh man, that 220 that last match too. There was 3 stall calls against the Milton guy. So a couple more and he would have been stalled out.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well,
imagine stalling out to lose team sectionals. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That would suck. Oh, my God. That would suck. That would suck. All right. McGuanago. Milton. 43-31. Okay. All right.
That's with 2 forfeits, too. I know McGuanago's lineup well enough to know that they could throw a warm body in there at least.
Right.
At 30.
Well, and then Wyatt Newman, he's because Elishevsky's out. Wyatt Newman coming through and doing what he needs to, getting a pin, you know. So he's filling in nice. Hayden Chitwood getting the win. All right. I mean, it doesn't look like...
I need to know what happened with those forfeits because I mean, maybe you just think maybe like if they bumped away and like, all right, can our backups not get pinned by Nilo and Peach? Like,
right. I mean,
do you just try to slow the momentum there or something? But that still is a lot of confidence to be like, all right, we're going to give up 12. We're going to give them a 12-point head start and then see how this duel goes.
So as a
really
coach,
18, they got Sinclair. So
other than not,
yeah, that in itself is an automatic 6 in most cases.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than not having a guy at a weight for a forfeit, right? You legitimately don't have everybody that weight in at that. Why would you not have someone wrestle that?
I don't know. You could always get the guy to punch you or something, right?
Something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Because you're giving 6 points away.
Yeah.
Let's just have a kid wrestle. You never know what's going to happen.
It could very well be whether it be a health thing. It could be a momentum thing too, where
that's what I was going to say.
It's not as easy for the crowd to get into it on a forfeit than for a pin.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Like like my second year here or first year, I can't remember, but we or second year because Dow wasn't very good his sophomore year.
Yeah,
but we forfeited to Dow with a guy that was going to get pinned. Didn't matter what we did.
Yeah.
And that was why we did it. We didn't want to get their crowd going, ooh, ah, with all the throws and everything. So.
I don't want the coaching I did, I didn't have to deal with that. I didn't have to worry about home crowd, stuff like that. We're just in an arena.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have to worry about that shit. So yeah, hey, that's definitely something that goes into it. I mean, you hear about it all the time, especially in college.
Yeah.
You go into Iowa.
Right.
You're going to hear a crowd. So you definitely don't want them against you.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. All right. That makes sense. Good strategy.
Yeah.
Good strategy. Put a hole in there. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. So that,
it really fired up their coaches too. Cause they were like, we came here to wrestle. And I was like, well, we came here to win. So.
McGuanago walking away with that one. So that's good. That was it. So that was D1.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So when people home taking notes, make sure you pay attention to that so you know who all the winners are because it's not on track anymore. Just kidding. It's still there. All right. So we got D2. Got Section A, St. Croix Central. Now, I don't know. This is a lot of these teams are going to be the teams that I don't know about. Okay. So I apologize, guys. That's why I like doing this because then I start to learn these guys.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's what we have 3 wrestling podcasts for, right?
Totally, hopefully, right? Yeah. How do you not know? They're just going to, are you not paying attention? No, I got other shit I got to do.
Well, I mean, I was going to bring up, I forgot to bring it up in like the Muskego-Franklin duel, and Zach gets this too. Like, you really don't have a full idea on a wrestler unless you see them in person. Like, even in terms of rankings, you can break down box score and whatnot and like do rankings via that. But
yeah.
Unless you see people wrestle, like you just have a hard time. Like that, I'm not even upset. Like the Waukesha West result, even like, I have no idea how those duels are going to go. I have no idea how good of teams they actually are because I've never seen them wrestle, and it's such a big state. There's 340 teams now.
Yeah,
it's just there's bound to be like you're just not going to know every team.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's why it's a team effort when it comes to covering stuff,
Well, and there's just 2 kids last night. I mean, I've been watching Moses wrestle, the year, but I'd never seen him wrestle before that. And you look at some kids, and you're like, oh man, it's gonna be a rough year for him. But I mean, some of these guys, like you said, Teague, you don't know how they're gonna do, and you don't know how they're gonna take to a sport or whatever. Even for the season, you don't know what they're going through. Then you see them wrestle, you're like, okay, all right, man.
That's why I like to go to the. I've never been to our team sectional.
Yeah,
since I've been here, I go to the other sectionals. I want to see how they are in a heated environment, like if they're going to be timid. And
so you're not worried about what we got going on. You're just kind of making sure.
Yeah,
we're running into.
We know what we got to do, and we talk about it, and we get ready. And I make sure Machik's cool with it. And
well,
this is where I'm going to go. Is that cool with you?
So you guys are number 1 in the fucking state. So I mean, you guys pay attention to little details.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's not to say that other coaches don't know that fact. It's not saying that, but I mean, you guys do good work, and that's what happens with teams that have, like Stoughton made a good run. You know, they had good kids. They probably paid attention to the details like you guys do.
Yeah.
Maybe they missed a couple things and whatever, but it's good coaching, man. Just paying attention to all the little details that do make a difference. Yeah. I remember being down at Team State last year. That was my first time, and thinking about being an athlete on the mat. During that's intense.
Yeah, for sure.
you're in that moment or whatever. That's crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a whole different environment right now. And you can see a lot of the kids turning it up.
Yeah.
Especially some of the kids like you're talking about, Teague, that you don't know. You just don't know how these guys are going to wrestle because postseason's way different, So what do we got here? We got matches. We got anything notable, super notable right away.
The St. Croix battle.
Marco?
This
is
crazy.
36-34. So I'm looking at the one that caught my eye right away was Griffin Marco.
Yes. Only beating Brock Swinson, a freshman.
Yeah.
9-6.
9-6. Yeah. I was expecting that to be a little more.
I mean, Brock Swinson's been coming on lately. He got in the lineup.
Okay.
Halfway through the season, was behind Schmidt and Kostrick or how do you say that? Kostrezak?
I don't know. I'm not going to try on that one.
Yeah, so he's been behind those guys, and that guy finally bumped down, and so
Will Schmidt. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's a.
How close are those two teams? Do you know, Teague?
Falls? Central and Falls.
Yeah.
I actually think they're surprisingly not as close as you would think.
Okay. I was just curious if you knew. It's not a big deal, but
you can. Yeah, so they're like a 46-minute drive apart from each other, which
Jeez,
wow,
that's not what I would have thought of.
Not at all.
I'm guessing they're both along the St. Croix River.
Right. Well, one was like, hey, no, we got Falls already.
I think one's centrally
there could be people in northern Wisconsin that are like, they're only 30 miles away from each other, but still.
Oh, yeah.
So at least O'Connell, there's O'Connell and then O'Connell Falls. They do O'Connell Central.
Yeah, but don't say you're from O'Connell if you go to O'Connell Falls. I've learned that.
That's not good.
So you go to O'Connell? He's like, no, I go to O'Connell Falls. I'm like, okay.
All right.
I didn't know there was a big deal with
okay.
That. Thank you. Yeah.
Easy guy.
Put the gun down.
Oh God, that's awesome. Yeah, so that one caught my eye right away.
Yeah, this one looks like an awesome duel, though.
Yeah, this is back and forth. I mean, look at the scores.
Yeah,
you only have like 1 or 2 runs, maybe 3 there, but it's back and forth.
I'm not sure that.
Wow,
Eli Prokop has been wrestling either. He was a state qualifier last year, and I haven't seen him on much. So
okay,
but he got pinned. So
this is an impressive duel. This would have been a fun one.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you always have your couple that are just kind of quick ones, but
the one
these guys are back and forth, man.
Parker Shackleton probably might have lost the duel for him there, though, because that's kind of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think Shackleton.
Well, it was 8-8 at the time.
I was gonna say, it looks like he got stuck at the kind of the wrong moment, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's the one that sticks out to me. That was probably the difference in the duel.
Yeah, Cody Fleck in the quick fall. Kellen Kelly over Will Schmidt. I think Schmidt. I want to say he goes out to
Victory or something.
Crass. I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. Where Will goes, but I'm just a little surprised it was 7-1 on that one.
Yeah, but, I mean Kelly's pretty good.
Right on. So 36-34. Congrats to St. Croix Falls, man. They pulled that one off. That was a close one.
Yeah, for sure.
Medford area, Baldwin, Woodville.
There you go.
These are the guys that I texted Teague about because I was just like, so how does this work? What does the hyphen mean? And so is it a co-op? And he explained that the hyphen isn't a co-op. It's just the schools go together, right?
Yeah.
So Baldwin Woodville is a school district.
Okay, gotcha.
It's technically not a co. Yeah, it's not even technically. It's just not.
It's not a co-op.
Yeah.
Nope. So it's one school district and they're all together. So this is another team I'm following.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
There we go.
I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Medford area, 27. And we got Baldwin Woodville 44. Yeah. Kind of doing a good job there. Kind of close.
Well, I mean,
at first,
not to overshadow Baldwin's win there, but Thaddeus Sigmund beating Colton Hush 7-5.
Yeah.
And then Stark losing to Brash is kind of a.
Okay.
I mean, I could see it happening, but Stark's been doing pretty well this season.
12-9. It sounds like there was one of those ones was last night too against. It was Hortonville West Bend, and I can't remember. It was back and forth. Yeah. The score was like 18-15.
Oh, jeez.
I think one of them got into the 20s. It was insane. It was like watching Liam wrestle at like 10, just rolling around. The point after point after point. So Colton Hush losing on that one. Let's see. Corey Lindahl, Austin Schmidt, Logan Kawa, forfeit.
Yeah.
Paxton got a forfeit. Okay. Nothing real super notable in this one. Just that one.
Yeah.
Just that one. That's it. All right. Well, congrats to the Baldwin Woodville boys on that one. And then we got St. Croix Falls. How does this one turn out? 25-42. Baldwin Woodville, man. What is going on?
I'm guessing with a 17-point duel, that was about as intense as it got. And I think the killer there is the 5 wins in a row for Baldwin. I mean,
true.
4 of them were decisions, but that's just tough.
Yeah.
I mean, especially given the scores of some of those.
Yep. Yeah. With that
Clark.
Yep. And then that one pin that Colton got for him, it kind of put him over the edge, I think, on that one as far as kind of keeping it. So
yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, hey, congrats to my one of my following teams, Baldwin Woodville. Good job. All right. Next one is B in D2.
Luxembourg Casco is a really good team.
Yeah.
What? There it is. My guys, Freedom.
Yeah.
Baker boys.
They tried.
It's the Baker boys.
It was really close. I mean, they had a good duel with Denmark, I believe, right? Yeah.
28, yeah. So let's see. Who do we got here? Vanderheiden brothers, not surprised there.
Yeah.
Those guys are monsters.
Yeah. They're...
Gavin Zellner, forfeit.
Denmark made a move at bumped their 70 to 95. It paid off, and then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Van Rossum. Van Rossum doing Van Rossum stuff.
Yeah. He was up 82, though. So.
Yep. Very cool.
I mean, that's about how you think it would
Every guy in there did what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, it really, really boils down to that. Unless you got some notes here, Teague, we're going to move forward. These guys did well. Patrick Moore did good. You got Van Rossum doing well. Vanderheiden. I mean, those guys have Van de Hey. Smiley did really good. So there's really no surprises in this tool at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not many teams are going to move a 70 to a 95 against Freedom, let alone be successful with that move. So I'll give a shout out to Luke St. Peter there.
There you go. Right on. High five, bud. All right. So now we got Seymour Luxembourg Casco, 59-18.
Yeah.
So and again, this is not. I hope people that listen don't think that we're knocking anyone, but this is these are predictable.
Yeah.
Seymour was winning at one point.
At one point they were. That is correct. I will give them that, and then they weren't. So, but they got some that Lies gang. You know, he got a good fall for those guys. Kind of give them a start, and then they got one more, and then after that, it's just kind of sorry, y'all. It went away.
Luxembourg kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Kakana or a Fenimore, where you look through their whole lineup and it's like, well, damn, where can we really go on a run against this team?
Yeah, it's tough, you know, especially Freedom, you know, with the how many, you know, the two brothers, the big guys that they have, you don't see that a lot. A lot of times it's the big guys that are they're pretty good, but Vanderheidens are coming up, you know, like again, look at, I mean, you can't run from those guys.
I think if Luxembourg had their lineup from the individual part of it, I think it would have went Freedom's way, but the Luxembourg made a good move and bumped everybody up.
I'd start my duel at 220 every duel.
Yeah.
Every duel I'd started at 220. But so let's see what the score was here in the last. So Freedom, losing 22-44. I was expecting Casco to win, but not by that much.
Yeah.
Not by that much. But again, it looks like just about everybody did what they were supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I see that, like, I mean, everything's going to how I thought it would until you get to 170. I thought Patrick Moore would have been able to beat Schutz just based on how Schutz has been doing lately.
Sure. And I guess
I think this might have been like a big compliment to Freedom. This honestly might have been like one of the worst case scenarios for Freedom, just looking at results.
Sure. Yeah, Patrick.
I mean, they didn't even get to wrestle Van Rossum in this because they were already out of it, so they just didn't even wrestle him. You know.
Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Patrick. I wasn't thinking that would be the result either. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even thinking he was going to lose that one.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's so obviously they're 82
happens.
And came down to 70 and made a sacrifice for the team. But I just thought that if that one happens and then they can get. Still they don't win, obviously, but then they could at least used Van Rossum.
What do you do?
Schoenbeck at the end,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he weighed in at 82 just to chase Schoenbeck. So
yeah. All right. Well, you got any notes on this one, Teague?
No, I mean, Zach brought up the move. I think it's a compliment to Freedom that Luxembourg is the favorites on paper, but they still made a move just to be safe.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
That's what I got on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Next D2, what was that?
Lodi.
All right, there we go. Let's see.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Lodi is correct. Yeah, that one's a Lottie.
Yeah, I mean, Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. I pull out some Snoop Dogg now.
There
Teague.
you go.
Teague, are you holding your microphone?
I'm switching between holding and not holding. I get a little casual for this one.
You mean bored?
Not like my no, it's just not like my when Steve and I do our podcast for these couple of weeks, it's like, hey, we got to move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. Like now I can feel that. No, I am far from bored. Like now I can
hang out, dude.
Like that's one thing I like when I'm not hosting this show is like I can kind of kick back and just listen to you guys for a little bit and take it in.
Yeah. Yeah, because we like talk. All right. Okay, so Kewaskum, I know a couple hammers on this team, man, besides Braden Scholes.
Right.
Versus Prairie du Chien. That's another team I hear you guys talk a lot about, Teague, is Prairie du Chien. A lot. Like, you moving there? Are you moving to Prairie du Chien? Is that what's going on, or?
No, that is not the move for me. They just they have a really good team. I think now Steve had them pegged as the preseason favorites. I think Luxembourg probably has jumped ahead of them in that sense, but no, they're just really good. And especially like I get to see them a few times a year too. So I'm just very familiar with their program and I respect what they got going on with Mike Rogie and the gang down there.
All right. Good stuff. And they're doing well. There's no reason to not know about them. They're doing pretty good, man. So
I mean, Zach can talk more about this one if there's any individual results, but like Kewaskum winning 6 matches, still losing 47-30. Prairie du Chien and their 8 wins got every bonus point but one. It's one of those deals where even if Kewaskum can find a way to get 7, they're still not matching Prairie du Chien in bonus points.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha. Yeah, totally. I mean, obviously the numbers speak for themselves there, so that's definitely the fact. We got another brother, Caning. Is that his younger brother, Ryder?
I think they're twins.
Are they twins?
Yeah. Yeah, they're twins. They're the same grade.
Sorry, Rat. I didn't even pay attention to that. Okay. All right, cool. Well, both those guys, good way to start out the duel there.
Yeah.
Bonus points right away. And you got Kramer coming up with the win after that. Let's see if there's any other notables.
Yeah, this is going to be a great duel with them in Luxembourg. I know that.
Brent Kujeric getting a good win.
Yeah.
I know Brent very well. Jimmy Racer. Go Jimmy. So that kid, we go way back with the Racers. Way back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's a picture on my screensaver on my computer. It's where Liam chased Jimmy for quite a while. Then they finally got a win against him in a regional. I think it was in Fond du Lac. That was the one win. That was also the year he won regional. That was the first time he won it. And then Liam went to state that year and shit the bed. Oh, yeah. I don't even think he cared. I think that one win against Racer was that was it. That's what he needed for the year. It was he met him at the state championship level kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
well, with that note, I think we might need to drop Liam down in the rankings. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So Jimmy at 113, it's good to see him doing good.
I also got to say, if there's like a new Vision Quest movie that comes out, I think Jimmy Racer could probably be the name for the main character.
I guarantee you they're working on it.
That's just a sick wrestling name.
Yeah, totally. I would. So then we got Ethan Immels, another kid we know. It's 10-6. Now I was expecting Ethan to possibly pin him. That's me though. Because I know how his dad operates during matches and what he's
bumped up too. So
is he?
Yeah, I mean
he's a strong kid though.
Yeah,
Ethan's really strong and he's fast. That's the other thing with Ethan. He's fast. Jimmy's strong and he's very he's hard to get. What's that?
Methodical.
Yeah, methodical. He's just hard. He's just a hard wrestler. He's hard to get anything against. Yeah. He's a hard wrestler. Any other notables from this one? Looks like kind of
really. It looks like
pins, a lot of pins.
Prairie did exactly what they needed to do and bumped in the right spot.
I'm not gonna lie, it's all pins and it's back and forth.
Yeah.
So this wasn't a hey, these guys ran away with pins and that's how they got it.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys got pins in this whole fucking duel.
Yeah, there's only 7
Wow.
points. There's only 7 points left on the table.
That's crazy.
77.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Nice. Cool. So that one was good. Lodi versus Winneconne. I'm guessing Winneconne won?
No.
Oh, come on, Winneconne.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Brody Hart brothers. It's always a good way to start out a duel.
Yeah.
43-24. Man, come on, guys. The Hart brothers doing Hart brother stuff. Tex, Zane, forfeit. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a bad starting weight for Winneconne in the sense that, I mean, you see they got the job done at the bookends where it's like, all right, we know where we're going to score a lot of points. Now can we grab a win or stop the bleeding in the middle? And Lodi certainly made sure they didn't do that.
Right. That's for sure. So I thought, who'd Winneconne have at 160 before? See,
Nate Jerkcourt, and he's hurt.
Jerkcourt, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, hope he gets better.
Yeah,
okay.
He's
right on.
Never really. I think he only wrestled like 7 or 8 matches this year.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I mean, this is exactly what I thought it was going to.
The way you thought it was going to go. Right on. Prairie du Chien Lodi. Ooh.
Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, this one was spicy, man.
Yeah. Ooh. So looks like Lodi. Well, Prairie du Chien got points right away, but then Lodi kind of got back a little bit. Wow.
Well, it was 26-16 heading into the last 4 matches.
Yeah. And then Prairie du Chien just lays it on them.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been one of those where Lodi had a lead, and then, I mean, you essentially almost just need to win one match because Prairie wrestled Rhett already, but
yep.
Easier said than done at those 4 weight classes given the matchup.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm guessing essentially here, it looks like Mason Hurd versus Caleb Lord was probably like Lodi's match where it's like, all right, we got to win this one. Otherwise,
sure.
Even if you have the lead, again, you kind of know when a duel's over if you know the teams well enough.
Yep. You put your points together, knowing the guys. Yep, exactly. Right on. Okay, well, congrats to Prairie du Chien. We'll see those guys down there too. That'll be fun. Very cool.
D2 one.
Last D2. Last D2. Evansville. Heiser boys. Dude, I'm still blown away by Danny. When I first saw him wrestle, it was just wow.
Yeah.
Just solid. It said that Jimmy, same thing. Like Jimmy can be in weird positions and pull out a takedown.
Yeah.
Same thing with this guy.
Yeah, I mean
63-15 Evansville. All right. Martin Luther.
Martin Luther, second team sectional appearance in a row.
In their lives? Like in their history? Like the history?
I think it is their first 2 appearances.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that one. I just know they've made it twice in a row.
Well, congrats, guys. I mean, that's still a big deal. Getting here, and no matter what, is you still got to put the work in during the season. So
now I think it's the next step for them is, can we find a close one, in the next couple of years at team sectionals?
Yep, for sure. All right, well, that's self-evident there. Evansville versus Martin Luther. Belmont Platteville.
Good 120 match between Zion Sally and Logan Olson, 8-6 at 120.
Oh yeah. I moved out of that one. Sorry, Teague. I shut you down.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
So we got Belmont Platteville versus Whitewater, 33-46. So it's good duel. We got 2 forfeits at the end, but how many other forfeits? Another four forfeits?
Belmont essentially out-wrestled Whitewater, but this is why you need bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, you take away the 24 forfeit points, and it's 33-22.
Right. That's crazy.
That's just a tough ask of those guys to be like, hey, we're giving up 24, and we got to try and.
So you guys know more than, is this injury stuff? Like, is this because of injuries, or is it these teams really didn't have these guys there, or at one point?
I know, like, most of the year, Belmont Platteville has had trouble filling a full lineup.
Okay.
Whatever reason that may be, I think if it's like a perpetual thing throughout the year, I just think it is a numbers thing, or the weights didn't match up correctly for guys. But
I'm watching them. I'm gonna watch Belmont Platteville because they have the
Belmont Platteville. Are they a co-op or a district?
That's a co-op. That's a co-op because it has the slash.
Gold star for the day.
Of course.
Yep.
There you go.
Yay! I don't have to go to work. I got a gold star. All right, Evansville Whitewater. We breezed through that one, folks. Sorry. I mean, if you guys are really paying attention to this, to get like we're just kind of highlighting things. So,
Yeah.
I mean, essentially this was Evansville sectional to lose, and they proved it.
So this is another prime example. Like
Lodi versus Evansville.
Totally right, exactly. So like, why wouldn't you divide that up? So it's not just D1. It's everywhere. You know. So, all right. Well, congrats, Evansville. We'll see those guys down in Madtown.
Yeah.
Madtown. Gotta get out of this one. Now we got D3. How many are in D3?
Same. 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm learning, guys. You guys are my teachers today. Cadot. We got Cadot. D3, Section A. Results. Dual mates. Cumberland versus Glenwood City. Now, I've heard you guys talk about Glenwood City quite a bit throughout the year. Obviously, it's because they're here. But I want to see who wrestles on this team. Okay, Ian Robbins.
I think we're gonna see from the first 2 duels. Like, I think, especially talking to some people like from that corner of the state, is that there's a little super regional imbalance. I would say, like,
sure.
You throw like Cadot or even Marathon, who finished 3rd and 4th, and Glenwood and Stratford super regional, like, into the other one, and they probably make it out.
Sure. Yep. I agree. Just looking at some of the scores here, not a lot of close ones. Some of these, I mean, maybe they were close at the pins and they just happened kind of thing, but this is kind of the way I went. And this is me basing it, Teague, off of the way you guys talk about the teams now. So the smaller, because I don't have enough info. So the way you guys talked about it, the way it went is the way it went.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 46-27, and Glenwood City walks away with it. So good job on those guys. We'll go to the next one. Clear Lake versus Stratford. Now, Stratford, I know a couple guys. Liam beat the 160.
52 now.
He's a 52 now? Ryan Becker?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So the score there, 18-53. Stratford taking that one pretty clearly. Clear Lake, again, a team. I didn't know that had a team. So it must be a numbers thing as far as forfeits and stuff, you know.
Got
so
three good guys. Like, I don't know.
That's true.
So yeah, they had enough studs to make it through in the super regional format, but then dual wise, it's especially against Stratford, just going to be overmatched.
Sure. Yep, it happens, man. And that's demographics, and that's again why kind of trying to understand these divisions and sections and stuff a little bit more. Just trying to figure out, trying to kind of formulate maybe a better way to do something. And because a lot of people talk about stuff, I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather try and actually get something done, with it and do something with it. So I just want to know more and figure out kind of how to. And then the other thing too is like eventually, because I don't get to see some of these guys wrestle. Oh yeah. Like why wouldn't they allow like a team like, okay, hey, we did this in how many years? In a span of 10 years, this is what we've done. Can we co-op with these guys, or can we just move? Can we go to a smaller division? That kind of thing. But it's just it's kind of frustrating. I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. Yeah. At least they're wrestling. They're getting kids out and they're keeping the sport going. So thank you for doing that, Clear Lake. Appreciate that, man. All right. Glenwood City versus Stratford. How do you think this went?
I know how it went.
Well,
28-42.
Sorry.
Stratford wins 28-42.
I could have looked like a genius there and said they were going to win by 14.
I think it was a 14-point duel.
Was it? Oh, all right. So some quick.
I think this one, and I could always get a different opinion on this too, but like it seemed a little more decisive in Stratford's favor than the score indicates. Because Stratford didn't have a heavyweight in the first duel either, but it could have been a situation where they didn't need to wrestle him in either duel.
Sure.
But
yeah.
Stratford just gave up 2 forfeits at the end, and I know they have someone that can wrestle at 106. So
probably
it was 42-16 going into the last 2 matches, and I'm guessing Stratford just
they knew.
Rode
like, all right, yeah, yep, because that's obviously forfeit. So all right on. Well, there you go, Stratford.
Glenwood's a good team though, man. They're going to be one. They're not going away anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Again, they keep the kids wrestling. Just keep doing it. Whatever. I know there is a gentleman that was messaging me the other day, and I'll keep it under, but just kind of talking about how it's hard for, to keep some of the kids motivated. And I'll be honest with you. You know what I told them? You have to get to the parents because the parents are the ones that suck. They are the ones that drive the kids away. The kids may not like something, and that's fine. And you can decide, for yourself if your kid's not good at it or something like that. But it's the attitudes, even when the kids stay in the sport, it's the attitudes that come from the parents because they're feeding off of all that. The parents, they hear them talking about something. There's certain things that you got to be able to gripe about in front of your kids and certain things you don't. Your kids don't need to know everything. Right. If you have a problem with something, that's the whole politics thing. Keep it at the dinner table. Talk to your wife without your kids away. Talk to your husband without the kids there. Don't bring an attitude about, this team's this, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to wrestle there. Why not? Just go wrestle. Just join the sport. Don't care and walk around and looking. Again, this is like telling kids not to look at fucking rankings and stuff. It's the same thing. Yeah. If you want your kid to go out for wrestling in your Glenwood City, have your kid go out for wrestling. If he plays football and he likes physical sports, have him go out for wrestling. It's not about sitting here and saying, Glenwood City's never won a state championship, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Go out for wrestling. It's just about being in the sport. A lot of times is the football team. I've never heard of some of these small teams winning football championships, yet their football team is lined with kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just get them in the sport. Don't worry about titles and all this other garbage. Go out for the sport. Okay, rant over with.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the Crook family eating dinner and Brad sending Liam away and just being like, so Christina, what do you think of 100 wins in a career nowadays?
Yeah. It's worthless, isn't it? Just stupid. God. But so 28-42. No, so here's the thing. These quick pins. I don't know these kids. Were these expected?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know Alex or Jackson. I don't know those kids. So I don't want to sit here and judge. But then obviously with Caleb Crummel and the Noah Bright, that was a close match, 6-4.
I mean, Glenwood City's been making their hay from 6 to 45 all year. So,
have they?
Yeah. So okay. None of those really surprised me once you start showing me they're from 52 on up. Like it's pretty bare.
Okay. So, okay. Well, better luck next time.
Yeah.
See you guys. Good luck. Good job, Stratford. Stratford makes it through.
Yep.
And we go on to the next one, D3. Sectional B.
Man, you're getting good.
Just to note in this one, there was more points scored by both the teams that made it to the finals. Just the teams like in their first round matchups than the entire championship duel.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. So, and I'm going to break into this because this is one of my favorites, Suring Gillett, because that's the area that my grandparents are from.
There you go.
So I'm going to like this one a little bit. And I'm now going to follow Suring Gillett.
And they're
hyphen. They're not hyphen. No, they're the slash.
Yeah, they're co-op.
Yeah, they're co-op. There's a lot of co-ops going on up there. A lot of them. All right. So let's see how this worked out. 65-14. Coleman versus Reedsville. Not really surprised, though.
No.
Not really surprised. Sorry, Reedsville. Just one of those deals, man. You're going up against a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Coleman's another one that does the whole reloading thing. Those guys just keep going. Otto, there's another brothers.
Yeah. They got like four sets of
Beavers. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You come up across a team like that. It's just they got guys that are going to put pins and bonus points on all the way across the board.
Yeah.
Chase Gruber doing good, man. All these guys. Okay. Yeah, predictable. Sorry, Reedsville. That one's done for those guys.
Yep.
Wittenberg, Burnham, Shiocton. I'm guessing. I haven't seen the result, but I'm guessing this is kind of closer. No, 50
in a sense. I mean, there's 4 forfeits from Wittenberg, Burnham Wood, but as we're gonna come to learn, Shiocton, a very, very good wrestling team.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I thought Dwayne Petrikis was like this guy who put like monster teams together.
Oh.
Yeah, he makes it sound like he does. That's the funny thing.
That's all that matters is what you make it sound like.
What you make it sound like. He's not a very good salesman. So, but Shiocton, I'm not surprised by. I know a lot of these kids on the Shiocton team.
Yeah.
Elijah Sanchez, that kid's been putting a lot of work in.
Yeah.
A lot. I know he's been trying to. His brother Isaiah, and then there's another one that I thought was closer to Liam's weight, but that must have been Isaiah.
He's a 220 now. There's another.
Yeah,
he's not wrestling, but
yeah, no, I know him, but no, I think Isaiah.
There's 4 of them.
Okay. There's like 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Isaiah Sanchez is the one I think that used to be Liam's size, and Liam obviously got bigger.
A little bit.
But he's been putting a lot of work in, so I'm not surprised by the result there.
Yeah.
Devin Wudke getting a win. Shout out to the Wudkeys. Not surprised by that win there.
Yeah.
Blake Carton getting a quick pin. Isaiah Carton getting a forfeit. I know both of those guys. I think Liam wrestled Isaiah. I believe is the one that he wrestled. I think Isaiah beat him one time at regional for middle school, and then Liam beat him after that. So good kids. They all work hard.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the other Shiocton kids, and I only know a few Wittenberg kids. I didn't see Ben Miller on here.
Yeah.
No? All right. Well, Benny, you got any notes for this one?
I'll have more notes for the next one.
Like he was trying to show us something there.
Standing up there as he got you. I was like, is that his belly? I hope that's his belly. What's he doing to the camera?
I adjusted my screen. Yeah.
What's he putting in the camera? I don't know if I want to look. All right.
Now
So, yeah, Coleman Shiocton. I'm going to guess Coleman won this one. No way.
Well,
holy cow. Just so everybody knows, I haven't looked at any of these final scores. These guys know what it is. I haven't seen any of it. Holy cow. Yeah. Coleman did not.
Right.
Props to Shiocton. Sorry, I doubted you.
I mean,
this is why Steve and I do the predictions, because Brad literally got a prediction wrong after the duel was wrestled.
Holy cow. That's crazy. I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that first match, Tech Fall over Kuchta is crazy to me. Like, I thought it was going to go the other way, not Tech Fall. But
now I'm interested. That's crazy.
Shiocton had one of those teams where, so when Steve and I did our preseason prediction, we still picked Coleman. And I would say Steve and I always err on the side of the teams that have had more either recent or long-term success, because that's usually a fair bet. This year, definitely not the case as evidenced by last night. But Shiocton had one of those teams where it's you'd see a couple of kids do good at tournaments, oh yeah, that guy's a stud. That guy's a stud. He's pretty good. And you notice different kids through different tournaments, but then you look at the duel and see the lineup in fruition. You're like, holy shit, Shiocton is kind of stacked.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, man. I was a little surprised by that.
Well, and this is a grinder of a duel, Brad. 30 to 20, so 50 total points scored.
Yep.
The only other lower scoring duel I can think of, in history, not in all of history, but the closest one, and I'm sure there was more, so someone could correct me on that. But in the 2009 D1 Team State Finals, Wisconsin Rapids beat Wausau West 25 to 23.
Whoa!
If it's a low, I think we can all agree the lower scoring duel, it's kind of like a higher level of wrestling in a sense, because you have full matches, you have guys gutting it out.
You got a 6-4. You had all these matches here. It wasn't you could have had it where a guy was ahead 4-1, and then the other guy came from behind.
The 113 match is kind of interesting. Was it really at the buzzer?
Right. Yeah. Fall at 6 minutes.
Surprising about that one, Sanchez was winning 14-4.
Yeah,
against Markowitz, who's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Wow. So
that was one of those duels. So I checked out the score. We were checking out other team sectionals when Fenimore started to run away with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And the score was 12. It was 16-6, and I was like, oh, Shiocton's having a pretty good duel. And then Sanchez pins Markowitz, and I'm like, so this is a duel that.
This was a good one, man.
It's a grinder of a match for all 14 matches. I would have loved to have watched this one.
Yeah, for sure.
No kidding. Wow. All right, man. That's a good duel. Some of these close ones, man. I tell you what, 4-1, Blake Carton, Brady Gross. I don't know. Yeah. I can't remember Gross from the tournament, but keeping her close with Blake, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Carton, same thing, 5-4, another close one.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch too many of these guys. It was kind of the point where I started kind of going watching for Liam, but Isaiah Carton's tough. That's a 5-4 decision. That's wow. Yeah, these are close, man. This would have been a good one. 30 to 20 is an awesome score to be able to go watch.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, congrats to Shiocton. That's a good win for those guys. Holy cow.
Yeah, I thought they were a year away, but
No,
they pulled it off.
they're here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Steve and I said. It's crazy. And that's what's scary, Zach, is they're kind of a year or two ahead of where we thought they were on the curve. I'm sure they didn't think that, but
yeah, for sure.
They pulled it off, man. I'm impressed. That's cool. All right. So
just
now
raises the ceiling then.
It does. Yeah. It does. Section C at Cashton. Aquinas. There's that A word you guys keep bringing up quite a bit on the show again, too. Aquinas versus Iowa Grant Highland. Now a team I'm following.
Well, Brad, this is the only duel that we'll be talking about Aquinas in. So,
oh, really? Oh, no. Holy cow.
Yeah.
You guys put a lot of weight on that Aquinas team.
Yeah, we did. We certainly did.
Holy cow! That's a close duel, though. No, not dissing anybody on either one of these. It's 34-38, and Iowa Grant pulls it off. Holy cow! So let's look at some of these results here. We got some pins right away, but that was back and forth.
So Iowa Grant made a move. They bumped their 95 and 220 up.
Okay.
And their heavyweight was losing at the time. It was 9-1. And he got a reversal and pinned the Aquinas guy. And mind you, like, we're having technical difficulties. Wow. We're still trying to get the stream rolling at this point.
Okay.
And I'm on FaceTime with Jake.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, there's just this scream from the crowd. And I look up, I'm like, okay, like, Iowa Grant's heavyweight got a pin. Like, whatever. like, because I'm still, like, stressed trying to figure out this stream.
Yeah.
And then they get a pin at 106. And then, I mean, in the upper weights, you're kind of expecting more bonus points from Aquinas, but they just...
Wow.
It was one of the... You don't want to say everything went Iowa Grant's way, but they won all the toss-up matches, was what they were supposed to do, and then they got the job done in matching Aquinas with bonus points, which I think matching the bonus points was the tougher of the two tasks, and they did both things, and... Well, what's funny about this one, I'm going to talk about it on our show too, but I did that article, my first ever article.
Yeah.
And I am 18-minute read. Like, I really, like, I mean, it's like when I talk on this podcast, when I let my thoughts out, it comes out like in pretty long form.
You shit that stuff out, man. That's right.
And you guys know how I am with confidence, where I'm like, oh, this is like twice as long as the other guys' articles. Like, are people going to read this? And
sure.
I wrote at the end of that blog, because I did like half of it was like talking about Aquinas and Fenimore and how much that duel means. And I put it at the end, doing a little PS. I said, if Iowa Grant beats Aquinas, then I'm just going to quit my blogging career. It's the beginning and the end of it.
You're done. Fired.
And I knew people read it because 0.4 seconds after the duel ends, this guy and this girl come up to me and they're like pointing at me. They're like, looks like you got to quit blogging. And I'm like, oh, cool. People read it.
Yeah.
And
that's so cool.
That was, right? Oh, man. Dude, the place went crazy. There's a video of it somewhere, and I think I should share it too on our podcast page. But like, even the Fenimore folks were cheering because they knew that was a better matchup for them. But
wow,
just a crazy duel.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
What was, I mean,
Tyson Martin.
Why do they bump at 6? Like,
that's a good question.
I don't understand that bump.
They bumped him.
Yeah, that Fleagues are 6 and Fitzpatrick's are 13.
Well, the thing is, the Aquinas guy was winning that match at 6. So heavyweight and 6, they were winning their matches and they got pinned.
Oh, okay.
That's a problem. Yeah. That's a problem right there. When that happens, that's a problem. So that explains the move.
And you can't have too many problems against Iowa Grant Highland.
Yeah, I haven't got into the D3 rankings yet, but I didn't know that Fleague was down to 52.
Get your pen out.
Yeah, I know.
Get your pen out and start making some notes.
You do something.
That's crazy. Fleague got his job done there. Not surprised there. Tyson Martin, he got bumped up. You said what?
No, he's.
I thought you said they bumped Martin up.
Oh, they bumped their 220 up to heavy.
Oh, never mind.
And then they bumped up too. They threw in Anthony Miller at 60 and moved Hargrove and Molina up.
Gotcha. All right. Well, wow. That's wow. Yeah, you're gonna have to get to. You definitely. That's the thing I think that people don't get to see enough of, is the crowd going absolutely ape shit. You know, because they think, oh, it's just a couple people in gym. This is postseason, folks.
Menominee was Menominee had
Was it rocking in there?
Bus load for that one. Like
nice.
They almost had the whole other side because West Bangor didn't really have a big crowd. So
well, I'm gonna reach out to their team because I'm getting some gear and I'm gonna start showing up at a couple of their duels.
We BS
and I'll be.
Well, hey Brad, you gotta love Iowa Grant Highland because they have the
Yes.
dash and the slash.
And that I got a team I can still follow besides Kaukauna.
Yeah, there you go.
All the way through. This is the bomb.
Well, no.
Huh?
No.
Oh, no? Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, do they lose the Fenimore? Don't ruin it for me.
Well, I'm just saying.
Damn it.
Are we gonna skip
balls.
Are we gonna skip the second duel? Fenimore beat Pittsville 80-0.
Yeah.
That's that score.
Pittsville.
Yeah, Fenimore's okay.
Well, I mean, come on, Pittsville. All right, I'm gonna. Maybe I can.
I don't know. You can look.
Well,
at the
and I
first 6
think
weights
too.
and
So
tell what happened
Fenimore, Iowa.
Yeah.
Come on, Iowa Grant. I had faith here.
Just a matchup thing, man. Fenimore would.
I'd love to have that duel against Kaukauna. These guys look that good.
Yeah, they are.
Man. All right.
Yeah, they're the third part of that. Like with
Munch,
Kaukauna, Luxembourg, and Fenimore. You look through Fenimore's lineup and you're like, oh, where do we go on a run? I don't think you really go on a run. You just have to wrestle a good duel against them. But then, how do you not give a bonus to some of these guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Had a senior placer at 126 have to cut to 13 to make their lineup. Yeah.
What?
Birchman placed at 26 last year.
Oh my
God!
13. And you had to cut to 13.
Yeah.
Because of who?
I mean, Nutter and Munch or whatever.
Because he wouldn't beat those guys?
I mean, he would, but he did it for the team, obviously. But
oh my God!
I mean, I don't know if he would beat Nutter.
And again, I don't know how hard it is. Some of these guys are able to cut a lot.
Yeah.
Some of the guys have the body for it, where they just can cut that
Birchman's
way.
a small guy, but hell, I mean, he
that's
was 20,
a lot. That's 13 pounds, man.
He was 20 as a sophomore, 26 as a senior.
And was he wrestling light at 26?
No,
was he a smaller 26?
No, he was.
What in the flying Hana? I'm sorry, I get being dedicated, but that's a little stupid.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to go Greco. So I mean,
well, he's out in that area.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in Stoutland. He got Nutter and company out there.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, they're.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Good luck, all the other D3.
Good
teams.
luck, guys, because Fenimore is going. So that's.
Brad, I haven't seen Lucas Is he on the Fenimore coaching staff?
No.
He
He doesn't want to deal with schools.
Well, that's his brother too, right?
I think so. Even if it wasn't, he doesn't want to deal with schools. Yeah. He's out.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
He's not built for that. It's not. I'm sure he'd love to if things were a little different as far as how things go, but.
If finally Random Lake doesn't go to team state so we can have the most team state times now.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert. 58-21 in Cedar Grove, Belgium. Another one of my teams. I could actually have a tournament with the teams that I have with all the hyphens and slashes.
Is that the team that did the dub of your guys' voices? Oh, that's cool.
The hype
awesome,
video to the
these guys are
to the Metro Boomin song.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Well,
cool.
Cedar Grove, Belgium, pulling it out again, 58-21. Man, look at that right away. Look at that.
Yeah, they're tough.
I mean, what 2 forfeits, but the pin. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Against Marshall. Marshall's that isn't there a movie about a Marshall College or something like that? A football team.
We are Marshall.
We are Marshall.
Yeah.
Well, they are still Marshall, but they're not around.
They were Marshall. Oh my God! Have you seen the movie, Zach?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's the movie. Yeah. It's the movie.
But it happened. It was on a true story.
Teague, your show is where you can have all that nice stuff and be. This is where we're funny with everything.
No, I give credit to the joke. I just didn't see Zach coming in with the haymaker on that one.
Oh God, this is good shit. All right, so we got Random Lake versus Waterloo, 45-36. I honestly thought this would have been a closer score. But now that I look at all the forfeits.
Yeah. Random Lake also
oh my God. What is
they clinched the duel and they just rode it out to the finals.
Yeah. This is how in Indiana, this is how we lost the team duels. Like people doing this. Yeah, because one of the big wigs came to one of the duels, and it was like he was like, there was only like 5 matches, and because everybody was resting their kids, because in Indiana it was Wednesday was the duel, so it was like you only had 2 more days, so it kind of was bad. Like,
so they just
Wait, how'd you guys lose a duel from that?
Oh, they did away with the whole state sanctioned duels for a champ. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they got rid of the whole thing. And then the Coaches Association had to pick it up, and now it's in the middle of the season.
What?
Yeah, the team state's in the middle of the season, like right before Christmas or right after Christmas.
That's crazy.
I really like the thought process on going to that and be like, oh, looks like this needs improvement. We should just cut it entirely. Let's not think of let's not think of a better solution. Let's just
get rid of it.
It wasn't basketball, so it didn't really matter.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It's Indiana.
Yeah.
It's Indiana, man.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pushers. So yeah, wow, just a lot of forfeits all over.
Yeah.
Mainly Waterloo up on top and the bigger guys, but a lot of Random Lake down here though.
Yeah, I think like he said,
I'm saying Random Lake bigger guys.
They had it sewn up, So
wow. Okay. Well,
obviously,
that's unfortunate.
Random Lake has some bigger guys, but they just.
That's too bad. All right. Well, yeah. What I just said, it was the opposite. It was Random Lake with the bigger guys, but said brain fart. So.
Oh yeah.
All right. Moving on. Finals. I'm guessing
ending
Random
with
Lake.
the barn burner.
Damn it! I picked Random Lake and I was wrong.
Brad is 0 for 3 on prediction.
Terrible at this, so I don't do this stuff. Oh, so stressful too when you're picking. Oh man.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It's like because I know people are going to listen to it, but it's like I'm kind of going off of just I'm guessing really.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of trying to go off the last duels that I saw. As far as looking at how the guys did, but not knowing the dudes. I don't know. All right. So what do we got? We got notable ones. Let's look at a 4. That's a 4.
Well, I mean, right at 285. Good match between the Diegos.
Yep. The Diegos. Yeah. Dos Diego.
3-0.
It's clever. It's like the Dos Diego.
Dos.
No one's paying attention to that. Okay.
I got it.
Well, there was at 138. So Seth Smallish beat Gavin Davies, and Davies was they were tied actually, and Smallish must have got a takedown right to his back, and that was one of those. So Random Lake has been on a really long team state streak. I think it's like 11 years now or something. Well, not anymore, but they always put it together come team sectionals. Like last year, they lost to Reedsville by like 20 or 25, and then they beat them in the postseason. And this year, same thing. Cedar Grove, Belgium handled them in the regular season, and then I saw it was 26-25 when I pulled up the results, and I looked at that specific one. I'm like, well, that's the magic match that Random Lake needed to keep their streak going.
Sure, yeah.
And then Cedar Grove, Belgium just has a solid enough. They were able to pull out 2 out of 3 wins in the last 3, and the rest is history.
Without any penalty points either. They won it straight up. No one flexed at a crowd or nothing, or no coach yelled at a ref or nothing like that. So these guys won. Wow.
Yeah, the Stone Pomeroy up to 60 and given.
That's what I was wondering about. That's why I was doing this here. I was like, why is he here at 60? What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, also that's kind of an in a close duel like this, Zach, just giving up an open 6. Yeah. Well, they gave up 2 forfeits.
Yeah, 2 of them. Yes, that is correct. 152 and 106.
Looks like in the last match with Michael Upson, who's a pretty good wrestler, he won 8-2. So Random Lake still could have won with the pin. Looks like Upson did get some near fall at the end. So I wonder if they were close to a pin there or not. But
and there were only 2 decisions in this whole duel. The rest were majors and bonus points.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
pretty good.
Random Lake gave it everything they had, but the Rockets keep rolling, man. I'm excited for the next Cedar Grove hype video.
Well, just let me know when it comes out, because that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that Cedar Grove team, I'm telling you, they're blowing up, man. See if we can create like a.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you trying to get it.
I'm trying to see if we can make it real for them. They're good. That's good though. I mean, congratulations to those guys.
It's gonna be like a little clip in the intro, like with music in the background. It's gonna be Brad saying, I think Random Lake won this one.
Yeah, I think they rolled away with it. I think they're actually doing pretty good, man. You know, just watching it, especially looking at the score. But congratulations to Cedar Grove, Belgium, for actually knocking Random Lake off, man. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a nice thing to say. He took a big team down.
Yeah, for sure.
So props to them. Congrats. Well, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it for teams. Now we got rankings that you want to kind of discuss a little bit, right?
Oh, wasn't rankings. It's just tough matches.
You only got what are some notable ones against ranked guys?
Oh, there's a lot of notable ones. Like I mean, obviously D1 sectional D. You got the top 3 guys at 113.
Yep.
Yeah, Cook, Flater, and Skiba. And one of them's gonna have to wrestle. I mean, hopefully get a wrestle back. You know, like.
Yeah,
because if Flater beats Cook and then he beats Skiba, then he can get a wrestle back.
I don't think Flater's going to beat Cook.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, and that's me thinking out loud.
Yeah,
he could. I just don't think he's going to. He relies a lot on that, on attacks. You know, as far as trying to get around on a guy. So I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Skiba Cook match was only 1-0, but I mean that was that ride was just pretty tough, right?
Yeah, well,
I know.
You're talking
maybe
Wyatt,
not
right?
rankings wise, Zach, but even in that sectional, 106 could be a dog fight to get that second spot. I think Ethan Tass might be on paper like the favorite to get first.
Yeah. I think especially with the back to the Skiba Cook one, I think Skiba was going to score more points in that match, anyways.
Yeah,
I think there's just certain things he may have been trying to do, but I think he's going to beat him pretty handily.
Assert his dominance on top.
Yes.
Yeah, that was done.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I don't see Cook winning.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, so.
Getting there, but not necessarily winning.
So, 106, D1, I had one match being, could possibly be a rematch from the Bayport Rapids match.
Okay.
Which was decided on a stall call.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a good one with Gavin Jacob and
that's crazy.
And Heim. But that's only if Heim gets beat in the finals by Yang. So
yeah.
And Yang beat Jacob last week on 8-4. So could happen. So we'll see. But guys coming down from 13. So
that's crazy.
I don't really know how he'll do at 6. So.
Where's been the most movement as far as weights go?
Everybody's getting out of 38. I mean, you knew that was happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
There's a couple guys that moved up like to 38, like the kid from Superior. He wrestled 32 a couple times, but he's been up at 38 for the last couple weeks.
Okay.
But that'll be another at 38. Another good match is a rematch of the at state. Andrew Weiss and Kruger from Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Weiss won 4-2 last year, and that'll be a match to I think it's to get out, right? Kruger and Weiss.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
yes.
Let me pull up the. See, I haven't even got a chance to look at the individual stuff yet, but yeah, I'm guessing Krieger and Weiss will be the de facto second place match.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then there's a bunch of good ones. I mean, Kamish versus Glasspool. It was 3-0 last time. That'll be a semifinal match. Winner gets Turner Campbell, so probably not getting the wrestle back, you know. And then you got Ben Bass and Nolan Skiba.
Oh,
that's in the that's in the finals.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, that's in the finals. But then maybe Fonder can get another rematch with Skiba. There's only 5-3 at regionals, so.
Real quick, Zach, you brought up that match. Sorry, it was between Camish and I forgot the other person already, but like, yeah, with someone like Campbell at the top of the bracket, like that's what I love about the D1 sectionals with only 2 making it is that semi atmosphere is kind of like a finals match for some of those kids. Essentially, it's just a brawl.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's and a lot of it is like it kind of sucks when you got a guy that's definitely probably going to win in the finals, and your semifinal match just becomes that much more, important because if he loses,
can you see
you're
it?
not going to win.
Can you see that, Teague? That screen I just put up.
Oh, I saw something. Oh, there we go. There's the screen share.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm scrolling or not, though. Oh, now it will. There we go. Ta-da! Just trying something fun on the side here, folks. So that way I have something pulled up, then we can all see it. So we're right now I'm looking at WisconsinGrappler.com. So
yeah.
So what you said 138 was a big move. 152 had to have been, or 160 had to have been a big one. Looked like a lot of guys migrated out of that one too.
Yeah, I mean, 52 became a little tough. It's I mean, with all this seeding stuff, like it's crazy. Like I did mock seeding already for the state tournament just to see
what was. How did it turn out? Surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it just stinks, not having state experience for the young guys, So that'll hurt some people, but.
So okay, now I know
is Grayson Clark going to get the 1 seed this year?
I would think so. Now that they took away
probably a number 2 seed.
Yeah, he got it last year. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure that's why they took the margin of victory out. Because that was just dumb.
Oh, silliness.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't really say a fall was more dominant than a major or tech. Like you can't say that. Like to say a fall is more dominant and better result than a tech is kind of foolish to me.
I think it's a matter of opinion though too. As far as that's really an opinionated thing.
Yeah,
to me, it's more dominant to tech someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I would say if you tech somebody, you're going to beat them almost every time.
Because I've seen guys that aren't very good pin a guy that is way better and just happen to stick them.
That's what I'm saying.
Just in a weird spot. So.
Yeah, I mean, to say that the fall is superior to a tech is kind of dumb to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Points wise.
If this was Indiana and they didn't like the margin of seeding, they would have just taken away seeding in general just to not worry about it.
Right.
Let's get rid of that right now. We're just not going to seed. Well, they don't even have wrestlebacks. Like you lose Friday night, you're done. You don't place. Yeah. You lose Friday night, you're done. You got to win Friday night. And then it used to be if you lost to the guy that was going for first in the quarters, you went for fifth. And if you lost to the guy that was going for third, you went for seventh. So we didn't have wrestlebacks for that either, but now we do. But they gave us that. They're so nice.
Ooh. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So
that's a fun little website you have, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's obviously Ayers out at 32 now, but
yeah,
so is Cratchville,
right?
So the 2 and 3.
I know you haven't updated it yet.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's fine.
So little late.
52. 52.
Hey, I know. I think I'm going to ask Mr. Ward about this at state, and Jake and RQ talked about it a little bit. But Zach, what do you make of Jacob Ward going down to 45?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have done
it. Okay, yeah, that's.
I mean he's got balls. I mean, if I'm looking at which one I can win, more likely I can win 52.
I'm going to agree to disagree there.
Yeah, well.
After watching Ward,
yeah.
and I've seen they've been in up the Aviators. I remember his dad's face now and stuff like that. But just watching Ward the past 2 times now that I've seen him, and I've seen him in some of the events that WI wrestles at on. But
yeah,
Stoffel beats him.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that's why he went to 45.
Yeah,
because he knows he's not going to beat those guys.
Yeah, but Duchateau is going to beat him,
and that's fine. But that's one dude. So he's got Otis, right?
Yeah.
And he's got Stoffel at 52. That's 2 guys. I'd rather have to. So
but
that's why.
On the seating, you might not even have to wrestle both of them.
Well, maybe, but then again, we're talking about the seating's always been kind of weird, right? A lot of people have been bitching about it the past couple of years. But
now that they took away the.
That's me.
Yeah. Now that they took away the margin of victory and stuff, like he's got the third criteria over everybody.
Does he?
At that
Ward
weight.
does?
Yeah, he's his only state champ at that weight.
Yeah, well, but that's Stoffel came from 60, and Otis was at 52. But I'm just in Skog. What was Skog's going?
He's 52.
52 still, right? He didn't drop.
He just got beat by Caddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Just read all that stuff.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's just
I don't know. I just don't. I think it was deeper for him at 52 than it is 45 as far as the amount.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of, what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like, the likelihood of him making the finals is higher at 45.
Right.
Yeah. But the likelihood of him beating Duchateau or Stoffel, I'm taking the chance to beat Stoffel over Duchateau just by styles.
Yeah, and as far as that goes, I guess I wouldn't disagree with you there.
Yeah, just by styles. Stoffel will give you a chance to score on him.
Sure.
Duchateau.
Sure.
You got to make it.
Yeah, no, he's a all around tough wrestler, no doubt.
Yeah.
But it's just, to me, I like just even thinking about 50, like even 60, like why would I? People are like, you guys gonna go to 52 with Liam? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why would I go where literally everybody on the planet just went to?
Right.
No. I think he's got a chance against Millard, so we're gonna stay at 60.
Yeah.
And why? And either way, even if he doesn't beat Millard, he's a freshman.
Right.
At 160, going to the finals.
Yeah.
I don't run anywhere.
I mean,
maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm not gonna curse him.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't get to the finals. But either way, he's got a clearer shot at that. Then why would I want to bury him in a deeper field?
Right.
And work harder in a weekend.
Just basically, he's basically doing what Millard did last year as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Taking his chances against Messenbrink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to say he can't get beat by somebody else in the field.
Yeah, right.
But,
and that's what I'm saying too. It's like I'm not going to jinx him, but it's just one of those things where I'd rather take my chances than something that's a little thinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it could be where it rolls the dice and it just comes out the right way. He winds up getting something that he wants. But Ward's a good wrestler. It's just I don't think he beats Stoffel, and like you said, his chances against Stoffel are better than it is against Duchateau.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I would have stayed up. But I also get the deeper part of it. I mean,
yeah.
So
it's just deeper.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are the biggest weights as far as movements go.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean,
what about up on the heavier weights where the Mirasolas are?
Yeah, I mean, nobody really.
That was a floodgate there.
Those guys, yeah. I mean,
no,
they apparently didn't think that. They thought that I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
And some of those guys might be like, it's too much. Like we're just not going to now.
Yeah.
It's just pointless.
And plus, I mean, the difference between 85 and 220, you can't really do shit.
No.
With the descent plan,
Right.
Okay, let me lose my 4 pounds, and maybe I can be down there by April.
Next February.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's crazy. So anything else you got, Teague? I think we were kind of talking about some stuff before, but I don't think it was just about the Baldwin Woodville stuff.
Like I said, I really haven't had a chance to look at individual sectional brackets a whole, at least not like enough to take notes and stuff.
Nah, not yet. I know it's Saturday, but either way, it's
yeah, he's getting ready to do his. You're getting ready to do yours too, right?
Yeah, we're not going to be pulling that out and putting it out on here because we got your listeners got to go to your thing, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Phone calls from Ben Askren.
Obviously,
we can. Well, that's what I like about, because since Steve and I we're kind of rapid fire these few podcasts. I'm glad on this one we got to sit down and flesh out team sectional results a little bit more.
Yeah. There you go.
Basically, on our show, it's basically Steve and I. It's going to be a lot of eating crow tomorrow. It's like, hey, this team won. We didn't pick them. On to the next sectional. That's
tough.
That's our team sectional recap. It's just hard because there's just not enough time to do it justice. Because you gotta, especially in the postseason, it's just kind of on to the next one.
Yeah.
So we do what we can to give our props for that tournament, and then obviously just kind of highlighting for the folks good brackets to watch at sectional. So
it's been fun towards the end of the season too, like I said, because now it's different. I think because of the evolution of things in the clubs and things are becoming a little more popular with some of those smaller schools. So seeing some of those smaller schools have the 3 or 4 dominant kids, hopefully they can spread that, and like I said, just because that team doesn't win shit doesn't mean you shouldn't go out for the sport, man.
Right.
If it's literally wrestling, it doesn't matter what room you go into. If you have a coach that doesn't make you work hard, that's a wrestling coach, that's a problem. That's not a wrestling coach. You should be going in there and you should be sweating off at least 4 pounds, 5 pounds every day.
Yeah.
If it's not just working out plus drilling, stuff like that, it's literally good. I don't care if you play basketball. If you do a practice or 2 a week and you play basketball and you're practicing a little bit of wrestling, I guarantee you're going to be better in the paint.
Yeah.
Hands down. Your balance, your strength, everything like that. But with seeing some of these teams with so many forfeits, like you guys said, sometimes they're strategic, but when you have 5, 6 forfeits in a duel, that's what? Holy cow. We're talking Lourdes level now, come on, man.
Right.
And
real quick, what do you guys think of the seeding show deal?
That's pretty cool. I think that's on that Bally Sports, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be revealed on Bally.
Nice.
Joe Miller's hosting it. I'm going to be on as a little side commentator.
Sweet.
And Yeah, I didn't bring it up just because I'm on it. I just said, I think the idea of it itself is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be people complaining about the fact that they won't see the brackets right away on Saturday night? Or
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess the answer is just yes. There.
I was going to say,
I think it's worth the wait.
Sorry.
What's up, Zach?
It's like you could have just stopped when you said, you think people will be complaining?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not about anything in specific.
Just end it right there.
They'll always be complaining. Doesn't matter what the hell you're doing.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. They're going to complain because they can't see them.
Yeah.
How come you can, we can't? Where are they putting this? Where's this information? Can I get the login information? How do I get into that? They're going to do it, dude.
Yeah.
So like the brackets are going to be revealed to everybody at noon on Sunday.
Yep.
And like I gotta hold this like Fort Knox in me, but I do get to see the brackets a little. Joe and I are two of the few that get to see the brackets like early.
Well, I hope you brought a bodyguard and got security because people are going to probably try and break into your apartment so they can see it. So,
yeah, no, I might just turn my phone on Do Not Disturb for like 8.
So what do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
Yeah, what do we get? What's you got a Teague? What's a Teague? Did it pull up yet? Teague, you got it? Got it. Teague,
you
got
bump
it?
Us down a little bit?
Yeah, can you move us? Wait, can you put us over here? Tell them we should be number 2, not 18.
The only thing I'm worried about is they had the count on WIA, but it's like 560 guy wrestlers and then 192 ladies.
Yeah.
So like with like 700 something wrestlers.
Yep.
In 1 hour, I did the math. It's like listing 14 names a minute. So it's basically going to be like listing names for the first round matchups. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to be able to provide really as a side commentator. Like, they might have chose the worst 2 seconds
on every kid.
So what you need to do is you need to go get that guy who used to do those mini cars, the mini Matchbox, those cars. That guy who did the commercials that talk like 5,000 miles an hour.
The Hot Wheels guy.
Yeah, you get him to do the commentary for it. He'll probably get the whole state done in like a half hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, you know me, like
it's confusing as what the fucking seeds came out too.
It's gonna be like the first weight class, and they're gonna like cut me off like in my earpiece, and I'll be like, "Oh, I thought we had like an hour to talk about each bracket."
No, like you're accepting the award, and then they're cutting you off while you're doing your acceptance speech.
So I got to figure out how to quick fire this one big time for sure. But no, that'll be a fun one.
So what do you go to them for that one, or is that still something that you're doing from right at your spot there?
I will be going to Wanakee for that one. Yes.
Gotcha. Ooh, Wanakee.
So I'm actually Friday. I get done with work. I'm taking my dogs to my parents' house in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going up to Eau Claire North.
Yep.
Doing commentary on Saturday, driving back and staying in Boston, and then going to Wanakee Sunday morning.
Are you taking any of the dogs with you? You're not taking any with you. You take them with you anywhere?
My dogs are they are going to be at my parents in Boston.
But have you ever taken your dogs to any event that you go to? Have you ever taken them to a hotel?
Oh no, that'd be a fucking nightmare.
No, I wouldn't do that shit.
I wouldn't put myself through that. You see how they are when I'm like in my room podcasting.
Yeah, it's fun though. So once we get down to one dog, we might start traveling with our 2 labs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it with the only one that I got to deal with is the younger one. She still thinks she's like got authority somewhere, so she barks.
Yeah.
But it's just a quiet bark. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm noticing a lot more people traveling with their dogs, a lot more at hotels now. A lot. So I was like, that's not a bad idea, but I got 3 of them, so I can't do that. So.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about that, Brack, I brought up the girls. Ladies sectional is going to be this weekend. Yeah. First ever one. So.
Oh, nice. Where's that at?
Everywhere. Everywhere that has a sectional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had that many.
Yeah. Everyone has a sectional. They and one qualifier comes from each sectional, which I'm glad they have a postseason format now, but I'm guessing that's going to be a change that after a year or 2 is probably going to be like amended at some point.
After it grows.
Just because, well, if you have one qualifier from each sectional, you're going to see a lot of good girls stay home.
Okay,
sure.
But that's what have you seen how they're doing the ones that don't have a sectional? They're making like a fake tournament, and seeding it out like they are this.
Them out then.
Yeah, they're seeding it out how how they would seed a tournament for like the state here. Yeah, they'll do that with the girls, and whoever is the first gets the spot. If there's 4 spots, then the top 4 seeds would get the spots.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So now that you're bringing up girls wrestling, it's funny. I had Hannah Eartham on
Yeah.
the other day, and she brought up the fact that Jacob and RQ were something about why wouldn't they wrestle for their team?
Yeah.
Team state, stuff like that. Like, and Hannah goes, maybe because a girl wants a girl's title. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they have their own, their own things. And it's unfortunate that we just don't have freestyle in the state, but I think it's important that they keep doing this girls stuff. I mean, because I say stuff very nonchalantly. Girls events.
Yeah.
As far as creating it bigger. And like you said, eventually as they go along, they're going to have to change the format just because of growth, things like that. But I think it's important that these girls do have, number one, their own setup of everything, sectionals, everything like that. And I think they're doing the right thing by what you said they're doing as far as creating a tournament that advances them to wherever, so that way they can still feel they go through a process still.
Yeah.
It's a draw or whatever it is just because of, less numbers, but the more and more, I think this goes hand in hand with I don't care if your football team's winning championships or not. Go for the team. I don't care if your wrestling team's winning championships or not. Girls, go out for wrestling. Go out for wrestling. They could win a championship if you go on.
Yeah.
You don't know until you go out there and try it until you know and try it. I mean, some kids get sucked in by the team environment.
Right.
It's not even about the sport, so it's seeing girls and having their own sectional. Yes, numbers are low, but they just started, like literally. So give them a second. Girls, you guys should be going out for everything you can. Girls, not guys. Girls, you should be going out for everything you can that's girl directed. Sectionals, regionals. If you don't want to wrestle in the boys' state, don't wrestle in the boys' state. If you don't want to wrestle in the boys' team state, don't wrestle in the boys' team state. Free country. Yeah. You're not making anything more difficult by doing that. You're actually reaffirming the girls' situation as far as getting the sectionals, getting more numbers, things like that. You're reaffirming that the girls want to wrestle in girls wrestling. Now you're showing the other girls, they're like, oh, it's still just boys here. No, it doesn't have to be. We need more girls. So more.
I think for me, I would like to see the girls, since it's just a girls division, like break it down to where either there's like just 4 or 8 sectionals across the state.
Agreed.
And then have it where the top 2 or top 4 from each sectional qualify. Because I think you leave out less good wrestlers from that potentially.
Yep.
And also too, like, I think there's enough coaches now. Like there's enough or there should, I guess I don't have the numbers to support that. So maybe I'll take back on that. Cause I'm guessing one of the reasons they want it at the guys sectional is because there might be like a coaching numbers issue.
Sure. I get that.
At some point, like teams have to make an effort too to where be like, hey, let's get a girls coach.
Yeah.
And they can go to that tournament.
Totally.
So,
Totally. I totally agree. And I just think you need someone to put their best foot forward with it. And I think honestly, the boys' side could learn whatever the girls are going through with that type of system, to making tweaks, see what they could do. You could be doing something with the girls' side and be like, oh, this could actually work over here, and maybe you find a route to maybe get some people to quit complaining about one thing.
Yeah.
It's never going to end, but it's just one of those things where maybe it's an age-old issue that gets fixed.
Right.
So, but good. Well, hey, man, I don't know about you guys, but we got not as much time as we've done in other podcasts. We got about 2 hours and 20 minutes in, but
a quick fire episode. Yeah.
It's just a real rapid one, but you guys want to talk about anything else? Anything else you want to cover?
I don't know. We didn't really get to the sectionals, but as the individuals, but there's a lot of stuff I could do like 2 more hours on just the matchups. So it's just, it's way too much stuff.
I think we do it next week after sectionals are done.
Do state
We can do it. Yeah. We can start talking, because we can talk about the sectional matches just kind of like we did today with the team.
Yeah.
Then we can talk about sectional matches, and we can talk about the state coming up.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Well, I guess for folks that want to hear more about individual sectional brackets, you can tune into the Wisconsin Wrestler podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, see? We don't want to steal your thunder, man.
Yeah.
Also, that was totally not by design. Like, I don't even care if we talk about the same stuff because we get it from a different perspective.
Totally. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I'd rather do it after.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Let you guys do your thing, because I got to get ready for work pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure, I understand.
But either way, we'll cover more. We'll cover more after sectionals. Tegan, not tune in. Tegan. Yeah. No. Tune in to Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast. Those guys have individual sectionals coming up. That'll be, when is that? Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night's the plan. Could be an issue. It is Steve's wife's birthday, so we'll see how that works out. But if it doesn't happen, I understand. I'll probably like still go on the show. So if someone's available Thursday night, let me know. But
what time Thursday night are you doing it?
I do. Also, I just thought about this like today. So and like I'm gonna call Steve and be like, hey, I realize it's Jamie's birthday tomorrow. I only know that because I was listening to a podcast from last year to figure out our game plan. And I'm like, it's around like the same time here. So yeah.
Nice.
I mean, so what time are you doing it? Because I could if I have to, but
7 o'clock is probably the time.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It's after practice.
It is after practice, man. Just saying.
I mean, if Steve's on, then Jamie might win the Spouse of the Year award. So
yeah. Well, don't run into your rankings time, man. You can get some people pissed off.
I'm putting D1 out right when I get home.
Okay.
And then I'm up D2. I only have 3 more brackets. If I didn't have to drive 6 hours total last night, it would have been done.
Well, that was by choice. So you really have yourself to blame for that.
I had to do that for my own peace of mind.
Your own peace of mind. I get it. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna put on some lead out music here so that way people know we're done. Because then, Cool. It's been another episode, man. I hope we made everybody happy out there as far as what we got through. I know we skipped over a couple, but that's what it is. So, Teague, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, it's always a pleasure. If we get on next week, then that'd be a fun one. Plenty of state stuff to talk about to go around.
That's probably how the postseason's going to go from now on, really.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's the last 3 weeks or something. It's once a week. We come on Wednesdays and talk, and then I'll put it out like tomorrow or put it out on Thursday. Or tomorrow's Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. See, that's a problem. I work Wednesday into Thursday.
Yeah,
so.
Team state. I don't know if I can do it because I got to break down every damn team we got. So.
Well, yeah, I was going to say 2 weeks from now, Zach, my favorite thing, hypothetical duels.
Well, I think this should bump here. I'm not going to tell people how to beat us.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, we should do that.
No.
Play like a game of chess. No. See, the thing is, can they, though? Nah. Ain't happening. All right, man. We are out, guys. Peace. All of our episodes are brought to you by Appleton Tattoo, located at 117 South Appleton Street in Appleton, Wisconsin, right off the main drag on College Avenue. You can't miss them. I've had some work done. I have a Celtic cross that covers my back that was done by Jason. We're not done yet. Jason Winans and crew, the artists that he have there, those guys are the best in the Fox Valley. They are definitely one to go to if it's something that you've just been kind of throwing around. They'll make you feel comfortable. It's a very clean environment. Very nice crew, and very willing to get done whatever you need done when you need it done. You can message them on Facebook. I know they're on Facebook. You can give them a call at 920-604-8289 and get in touch with Jason Winans and crew at Appleton Tattoo, located again in Appleton, Wisconsin at 117 South Appleton Street, right in Appleton. Very flexible hours, great crew, clean environment again. I would not send you anywhere else except for these guys. Appleton Tattoo.